Are we live? I said, are we live? Are we live in his house? Are we live? Are we live in 2K? Let's get it.
No dead row. Oh man, yo. Thank you, just keep making something say. Yo, I ain't got no baby's mama, don't want the drama. Don't want to have a brat with a hood rat. I want to love a woman I could be proud of. Yo, I'm around the woman, nice lady, yet I track the films that are shady, low down and clueless. Ignorant, masculine, and useless. I understand the opposites attract, but I always catch the ones that are dirty, fat, and black. Head never done, filthy press on nails. Dressing like a bomb straight out of jail. Oversized sweatshirts, tight jeans, using street slang like you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. I assume these phrases emphasize her point while she brags about her exploits in the joint, or the days when she used to get high, or her journals on how many guys in between her thighs, or her tattoos of her little bruiser that father was released in a decade or two. Talking about child support from these zeros. One got life, the other's on death row. Yo, I want a woman who thinks like me, who doesn't drink like me, who has no desire to get high. When things get rough, she will still lie with me, cry with me, and if necessary, die with me. People tell me I can let the right one will come along, but the ones who come along are always wrong. And tell me, am I finicky, too damn picky to want someone mellow like me, quiet like me, someone who will stimulate my mind, a woman who's sexy and kind, who long for romantic strolls, no piercings in their nose, no weird hair colors, who's happy to spend quality time with each other, sharing our dreams, being realistic, not letting materialistic possessions become our obsession, but realizing that life is a variable asset, making wise decisions so that we have no regrets, openly expressing our views, no hesitation, and intensity of our love maker, producing afterglow, that everyone will know the power of our union, when we blessed like Holy Communion, two bodies coming together, not carrying up the world in, suspended by the act of sharing mutual orgasms. No need to fake, no need to take five. Passion is the potion for our locomotion, the fuel of our monogamy, erasing the monotony of living in this mixed up world. Where are you? I'm waiting for you, girl. I want a woman who thinks like me, who doesn't drink like me, who has no desire to get high. When things get rough, she will still lie with me, cry with me, and if necessary, die with me. Yeah. Someone says they need one mic. Well, I need one night with the right female. Someone who makes our pale in comparison, not look like the way they carry themselves, confident but not stuck up like a Southern belle, or ignorant like a ghetto chick. They don't attract me at all, not even a little bit. The way you sleazy is dressed, the way you cheesy is jeans. The girl in my jeans will be sexy, yet classy. Have a lead like the mean and not crass and nasty. I know y'all in the backseat are laughing at me, but you feel what I'm saying. You get tired of laying up with anything as long as it's breathing, especially when you reach your goals. People around gets old, it's gonna happen when that child support starts sapping your pay. Or another man is tapping your baby booty, telling them what to do. This may sound aloof, but I'm bringing the truth. I want to be there in my home while they're growing up, looking out. You boys might think I'm dreaming, but I keep searching, scheming for a woman who won't desert me, hurt me when things go wrong. A woman that's spiritually strong. Yo, I want a woman who thinks like me, who doesn't drink like me, has no desire to get high. When things get rough, she will still lie with me, cry with me, and if necessary, die with me. Yo, I'm searching for a woman who thinks like me, who doesn't drink like me, has no desire to get high. When things get rough, she will still lie with me, cry with me, and if necessary, die with me. This is Rodero, the one-man show. Once again, coming at you with something that I hope you can use in your life when you making that right choice. Don't just go for looks. Don't just go for money. Think of somebody that you can honestly spend the rest of your life with, who you can see having a future with. Because that's how you be happy. I'm out.
Hey everybody, I ain't feeling that well, but let's do this. Come on and hold me tight. But all you wanna do is fuss, cuss, argue, and fight. See, y'all ain't right. All I wanna do is hold you tight. But all you wanna do is fuss, cuss, argue, and fight. See, I can't help you out with that. But check this out. Take it easy and take it slow. Welcome to the BD show. Take it easy and take it slow and welcome to the brother now. Yeah. You other YouTubers, y'all straight greasy. Your whack beef videos sound cheesy. Please, somebody release me. Take it easy and take it slow. Welcome to the BD show. Take it easy and take it slow and welcome to the brother now. Yeah. I ain't stressing. I'm here to teach a lesson. I ain't stressing. I'm here to teach a lesson. I ain't stressing. I'm here to teach a lesson. Keeping you other YouTubers out there guessing. So take it easy and take it slow. Welcome to the BD show. Take it easy and take it slow and welcome to the brother Derek. Yeah. You other YouTubers, y'all straight greasy. Your whack beef videos sound cheesy. Please, somebody call Jeezy. Take it easy and take it slow. Welcome to the BD show. Take it easy and take it slow and welcome to the Manic. Yeah. Put that time in it. Come on and hold me tight. Hey, don't turn off the line. Hold me tight. Hey, don't turn off the line. Bring my beat back. Hold me tight. Hey, don't turn off the line. Don't turn off the line. But take it easy and take it slow. Welcome to the BD show. Take it easy and take it slow and welcome to the Manic. Yeah. You other YouTubers, y'all straight greasy. Your whack beef videos sound cheesy. Please, somebody release me. Take it easy and take it slow. Welcome to the BD show. Take it easy and take it slow and welcome to the Manic. Yeah. Come on and hold me tight. Hey, don't turn up the line. Hold me tight. Hey, don't turn off the line. Don't turn off the line. But take it easy and take it slow. Welcome to the Minister Brother Derek show. I'm sorry, y'all. I did the best I could. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome. Let's see who's here. Nobody. Chat not up, Vicky? Hello? Alrighty, y'all. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I wasn't going to do a show tonight, but I kept watching the clock. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It's almost 11 o'clock. I woke up today cold. When I say cold, I mean cold, like ice cold. I thought I had the flu or something. I woke up cold. Happy Monday night. So, I took the air conditioner out the window, put it in the corner over there, and I actually turned the burners on. Make it hot in here. Kind of strange that now I'm hot. For the first time today, I'm feeling warm. Maybe because that's because I'm going live. I spent the whole day worrying about, am I going to be able to go live and see y'all today? Here I am. We got a lot of links to look at. Hope you are ready to discuss them, because we got a lot of news clips. So let's get to it. I got a lot in Nyan Liz, so let's start with Young Lee. All right, let's take a chance for this one. All right, can y'all see that? Yes.
Wednesday, we'll hear from LA Mayor Garcetti on the city's coronavirus response. That's coming up at 5:15 today. But in past updates, he has talked about the outdoor dining program. The Alfresco program is supposed to help struggling restaurants survive the pandemic. But as NBC4 I-Team investigator Joel Grover found out, the city has quietly put an important part of that program on hold.
It's called the Down and Out Restaurant and Bar on Spring Street, and it's been mostly dark since mid-March when the pandemic began.
Completely shut me down.
Owner V&A Sanderson used to serve 300 people a night here before she closed. Then she got a permit from Phase 1 of the city's new Alfresco dining program to put some tables on the sidewalk.
We got approved for all the way up to here.
But that only allows her to serve about 12 customers at a time.
Doesn't make sense to even be open.
In late June, Mayor Eric Garcetti gave restaurants some new hope.
And so now we're entering phase 2, empowering businesses to set up outdoor dining on curbsides and closed streets.
Garcetti said the LADOT would issue permits to allow restaurants to place tables in parking spots and lanes in the street. The city would pay thousands of dollars per location for the barricades. Some restaurants, like this one in North Hollywood and this one in Koreatown, got that permission. Manager Michelle Kang.
How helpful to the restaurant is it to have tables outside?
Without it, we wouldn't really even have a business.
But as the I-Team learned, phase 2 of the program has quietly been put on hold. Correspondence from the LADOT that we obtained says we are not able to approve on-street dining options for the Alfresco program, though there is no official statement at this time that the program is on pause.
There was an announcement of a program, there was a continuation of a program, but the program, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to actually exist.
Jacob Van Horn is a consultant who helps restaurants get curbside and in-the-street permits. He showed the I-Team his correspondence with DOT, in which his supervisor tells him, due to overwhelming demand for this program, we have exhausted our initial allocation of resources. In fact, the I-Team has learned the vast majority of restaurants who applied did not get phase 2 permits.
I hate to say it, for the first time in my life, I've had to consider personal bankruptcy.
After the I-Team started asking questions, the mayor's office told us it's now looking for new funding sources to resume issuing these permits. And LADOT told us it's considering allowing some restaurants to pay for these barriers themselves. That could cost each restaurant thousands of dollars. For the I-Team, I'm Joel Grover.
All right. Do any of y'all work in the restaurant? Because I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't think restaurants should be open. Why do you need to go dine? You can go pick up, but why you need to go dine? Why can't you go sit in the park somewhere at a picnic table or something and eat? Why you got to be at a restaurant? I'm just asking the question. Well, why you have to be at the restaurant with this CV? I personally don't want nobody walking by me putting droplets on my food. Maybe I'm different. But I don't want nobody walking by me putting no droplets on my food. Do you? I'm asking a question. Is it that serious that you got to go out and eat? Ain't that serious? Go home and cook. I was going to order something tonight, but I can't. I took everything off of everything, and now when I try to move the money, they talking about tomorrow. I'm like, oh Lord, go to heck with it. So I'll go in here and make that ground beef and sauce on it. I'll eat that tonight. We're not gonna fuss about it. Get up and go to the market tomorrow. But the physical card ain't here from the bank. I transferred that money over there. It finally showed up, and I can't do nothing with it. It's just sitting there. When you try to transfer it, it takes 2 or 3 days to transfer it back. Like, what the hell? I can't use it because I don't have a card. I don't even know the full card number. They just show you the last 4 digits. So I ain't gonna worry about it. It's closed now anyway. But why is it so important for people to go out and eat? Why you gotta be in a restaurant? I'm just asking the question. You ask real questions. Why is it so important to be out and be seen? Why can't you be seen sitting at the park? It's picnic tables at the park. You can go get the carry out. Bring you a nice little tablecloth. Bring you a rag and some hand sanitizer. Wipe down table. No, why can't you do that? Why can't you sit on the wall somewhere? You know, they got them little short walls. You can sit on the wall, food down, and y'all can sit there. Be 6 feet apart and be eating and still be looking into each other's eyes. Why does it have to be inside a building with a bunch of other people? You can't fall in love just being by yourselves. You gotta be around other people. It's not exciting to tell your girlfriends, yeah, he took me out. We couldn't go in the restaurant, but we got the food from there, and then we found the romantic place that there. We ate and we had a good old time. So what did you do last night? I gotta be, we was in the restaurant and all the other people was in there looking at us and they were jealous because we looked good and we had our jewelry on. That's what it is. You want to be seen. Well, I don't want to see you on a ventilator. Now, I feel sorry for the restaurant owners. I feel sorry for the waiters. But why can't you just do carry out? You can still make the same money. The waiters can bring it out to them. People can tip. Go about your business. Why can't that be done? That's all I'm saying. All right, nobody else have any comments? Let's move on.
Are you tired of paying full price?
I'm tired of these days on commercials. How about that?
5:30 on this Friday evening. Topping our news this half hour, we do have an iTeam exclusive. A family on Staten Island is angry after they say their car was seized by NYPD officers with no paperwork explaining why, no other explanation. And they're asking, was it a case of racial profiling? Our investigative reporter Sarah Wallace has more on their story.
I'm talking about this car, because it's only being singled out his car.
Jolyn Alvis took this cell phone video of her black Mercedes being towed on the orders of Staten Island cops because she says without evidence, no one would believe her story and her son's.
Like, if I didn't video this and I told a story, this would go away dismissed as I must be lying.
They just see a young black kid in a nice car. It's just like, he must be doing something wrong.
This is Nick Adenikin's car. It's registered to his mom. Last weekend, Nick, who's home from college, says he legally parked the car on this block in the Great Kills neighborhood to go look for a friend.
There's a bunch of cops on this house. My car was like around the block.
Nick says when he came back, the same cops from the 122nd precinct were surrounding his car, and this female officer confronted him. He claims no one asked to see his license or registration.
And she just turned her lights on and said, I can't get in my car. I asked, why can't I get in my car? She said, you're not the registered owner.
Did they explain why they wanted to take the car?
She didn't. She said, I asked her why. She said she couldn't tell me because it was under investigation and I'm not the registered owner. That's why I called my mom.
Said, I'm doing an investigation. I said, it has nothing to do with my son. That I know. So what's the investigation about? She said, all I can tell you is it's guns, drugs, and a stabbing.
Am I under arrest? Am I part of an investigation or something? It's my car. Am I part of the investigation? Arrest me. Take me. They said I'm not under arrest.
What are you investigating? And they had no right to take it. They had no right to have him there. They had no right to tell him not to touch his car. They had no right to touch his car.
The car put on a flatbed truck. You can hear what sounds like the front being scraped against the pavement. The family says they went to the 122nd precinct and waited several more hours, insisting they weren't leaving without the Mercedes. A detective finally led them to the car, the front with major damage. This is more cell phone video.
Yo, wait a minute. Fixing the bumper. It's $9,000 in damage to fix it.
Nick says it was clear the car had been searched. Never gave anyone his keys.
To tell somebody it ran through my car trying to look for something or try and do something.
Alba says she's been to the 122nd precinct 3 times in the past week to get a report and has run into one roadblock after another. She recorded her conversations.
This is the scene because it was damaged here. There's not a voucher. There's no paperwork. There's nothing. There's no tow papers.
The family has filed a complaint with Internal Affairs and says they're not going away quietly. They believe their experience is exactly the reason why people are protesting.
I want them to fix his car, and I sure want NYPD to apologize to him. It's not about suing because he doesn't need their money. It's about you're going to apologize and not treat my son like he's any different, hanging out on another side of Staten Island on the South Shore because it's Caucasian.
We did reach out to the police department, and we're told there is an active internal investigation. From the New York section of Staten Island, Sarah Wallace, News 4 New York.
Hey, they buck dancing.
Reading that Bible just drove them.
They skipping to their loo. Skip to my loo, my darling. Ain't no excuse for that. That's just blatant. In your face. Damn.
At this hour, police are searching for 2 suspects accused of trying to run over officers with a stolen car. Giddy Kara has what you need to know.
And right now, the Phoenix Police Department needs your help finding these 2 suspects that injured an officer who confronted them right behind me here at the Hometown Studios. Now, they say this actually started near 19th Avenue and Dunlap, where they spotted a stolen car. That car then left that scene over to this Hometown Suites when another police officer spotted the stolen vehicle here. They then confronted the 2 suspects in that vehicle, but when they were trying to get out of the car, the suspects then drove towards the officers, hitting the car door, which then hurt that officer, injuring him. Then they had an officer-involved shooting. At that point, the Phoenix Police Department don't believe that the suspects were hurt in this shooting. The last time they were seen was around Indian School and I-17. Here's what they're looking for: a 2006 gray Nissan Altima with Arizona plate CVE 6090, and the information on suspects are young males about 25 years of age. If you have any information, they urge you to give the police department a call.
You got away. Well, let's go ahead and play this. What the heck? You got a commercial?
Now to a promise of action and change following a nearly year-long CBS 2 investigation of Chicago police raiding the wrong homes.
Innocent children like this little boy traumatized by guns pointed at them. CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini exposes 2 new cases along with what the mayor and inspector general vowed to do.
Did anybody knock?
No.
They just came in?
First, they busted through the doors of his family's apartment, and then the guns.
Can't take finger on a trigger.
A lot of guns, handguns, and assault rifles like these.
So they were pointing the guns at your sisters.
Mm-hmm.
What were you thinking then?
I'm thinking they were going to get shot.
8-year-old J.J. Jackson was playing in his room when Chicago police burst in. His 11-year-old sister, Talia, says guns were in their faces.
I was afraid, and confused.
And tonight, a disturbing pattern continues as more families are accusing Chicago police of bad raids. Busting in homes and drawing weapons on innocent families.
How many of you had guns pointed at you?
Including Yolanda Blassingame's family.
And I felt scared for my life.
Her boys were playing video games while she was cooking dinner. She says police threw a flashbang grenade to her home.
How many of you were told to get down on the ground?
Police used the word of an unnamed informant who, according to the complaint for search warrant, said weekly heroin sales were being made by this man at the address where Blassingame and her kids lived.
They had an informant.
Yeah.
That's what they told you?
Yeah.
But we found the man police were looking for didn't even live there.
This is the person police were looking for. But no one's ever even seen this guy.
No. I knew they had the wrong apartment when they looked at each other crazy.
Mayor Lori Lightfoot says these wrong raids have to stop immediately.
Can't have this.
And now is reacting to our 10-month CBS2 investigation, exposing case after case of bad Chicago police raids happening at the homes of innocent people across the city.
Here, we've now had dozens of victims of wrong police raids.
Yeah.
Police using bad information without properly investigating.
Upstairs.
Then busting into the wrong homes.
You gave us the wrong part.
Wrong homes, wrong targets, and pointing guns at the wrong people, including kids, over and over again.
Where did they point the gun at?
I want to say like right here,
Where did they point the rifle?
How were they holding them?
like this.
We're going to dig down, look at these specific, see what we can learn from them, and try to, as best we can, not to repeat those kinds of mistakes.
Like when 8-year-old Royal Wilson's family showed us how they were walked out at gunpoint, how the third grader was handcuffed for 30 minutes.
I would just.
I remember this story.
Every one of the incidents, an aggravator and a perpetuator of this mistrust that exists.
Chicago Inspector General Joe Ferguson knows he has a lot of work to do to fix this.
A number of the things brought to us have prompted us to start to look at aspects.
One aspect we put a spotlight on is the trauma to innocent kids. The IG has now launched a full-scale investigation into the methods Chicago police are using to obtain and execute search warrants.
Shucks.
Bar, and they knock it open.
The police did this.
Yes.
Crystal Archie says her son JJ and her daughters now fear the police.
The first raid was probably the worst.
You heard that right. The first raid was the worst.
How many times was your home invaded?
3 times.
She says all 3 raids and warrants were for people she never even heard of.
Each time, the warrant was for nobody in your house.
Each time.
Warrants named suspected drug dealers known as Peanut and Lord T.
Don't have names in our home like
Lord
T and
Peanut
at all.
All 3 raids happened during the last 6 months, and while no one in her home was ever arrested, she says they were left with a threat of even more raids to come.
These officers told the children that they would be back.
Every single one of these raid situations is a form of imposition of trauma by the government on citizens.
The CBS2 investigators have been wanting to tell you how often something as traumatic as this actually happens to Chicago families. And we've been battling Chicago police for nearly a year to get records released.
So you raised this issue a couple weeks back. The very next day, I raised it with the superintendent and leadership team.
But Chicago police top brass don't want you to have that information. We went to the Illinois Attorney General's office, which forced to release a small sliver of data. What did the police eventually turn over? A fraction of search warrant records, full of holes with thousands of warrants missing. CPD gave us information on just 2,708 search warrants since 2016. Yet we've uncovered there were more than 11,000 warrants signed off on by the Cook County State's Attorney's Office during that time frame. So why isn't CPD releasing the other 8,000 plus warrants? They refuse to explain.
You're raising the question of FOIA. I'm all about it. I don't want people to have to hire lawyers to the city to get access to.
The 2,708 search warrant records CPD did turn over raises yet another question. They showed just 42 arrests. That means 98% of the time, no one was arrested.
We have the right and the authority to have access to all the records of the department.
Chicago's Inspector General says he plans on using his authority to get the records has refused to release to us. Truth.
Make sure that there is tracking and accountability.
You believe we've uncovered troubling information?
You've absolutely uncovered a sufficient number of situations that have resulted in really bad outcomes.
So it was the wrong department.
Yeah.
But wait until you hear just how wrong they got it. Remember when we told you about the raid on the Blassingame family and how the target police were looking for it didn't even live there?
They didn't investigate right. Didn't do anything right.
We found his name is Derek Bell. And if the police would have checked their own criminal database, they would have discovered what we uncovered in minutes. At the time of the raid, Bell was actually 200 miles away and had been for years, serving time in a downstate prison for murder.
The informant told them that he'd been
That's rough right there.
heroin out of the second floor apartment for 2 months from a guy named Ace, Derek Bell.
Did nobody said it but me and my boys.
Again, no arrests were made, and her boys were all traumatized in the process, guns pointed at them.
It's something I won't forget.
What it does, we make mistakes, and particularly when we make mistakes in the way in which we deal with our children, that leaves an indelible scar that is very, very difficult to repair.
What are you thinking right now?
That they may come back.
For 10 months, we've been requesting an interview with Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson. He has refused every request. The Inspector General says it could take a year to fully audit the police department's search warrant practices. Tomorrow, attorney Al Hofeld Jr. is filing a federal lawsuit against CPD on behalf of the Archie family. Police have refused to turn over records involving both of these raids, and also they've refused to turn over body camera footage too involving those raids. Brad and Erica.
Now that's a damn
It
shame.
is happening. We keep getting more families come.
At this hour, police are searching for two
We have
suspects
covered those.
run over.
We have covered those stories. And they still going on in Chicago. We've covered those stories. I remember the one when the little fat boy was handcuffed. He's there for 3 hours. Y'all remember that? They were made to stand outside or they went through the house. How do you explain they left out 8,700 raids off of what they actually showed? They only showed 2,000 or something. And out of that 2,700 raids, they only had 42 arrests. So how many arrests was in the 8,000 they didn't show? Just let that. Just let that marinate. They only was willing to show 2,700 of those situations where they bust in somebody's house. Out of 2,700 that they showed, they only got 42 arrests. And it was like 11,000 they done. They only showed 2,700. And out of 2,700 that they showed, they only got 42 arrests. They terrorizing them people. I'm glad I don't live in Chicago. They terrorizing them people. And each time they keep coming back to that daggone Mayor Lightfoot, that simple looking woman. You ain't done nothing. You haven't done nothing. And that police chief, I don't care what color he is, he a simpleton. He need to get out of there. He needs to get out of there. He ought to be ashamed of himself. Shame. Shame on you. Shame. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. Anybody got any comments? And anybody live in Chicago? They got a story to share. All right, Chung Lee gave us this. Comet fires and hurricanes collide in this shocking NASA satellite image. That video? These composite pictures clearly paint the intensity of the ongoing hurricane and wildfire seasons. Look, man, I read it. Seasons battering North America, both of which already made history. Wildfires in California have already burned more than 3.6 million acres, 1.4 million hectares of land. As of September 21st, nearly doubling the previous all-time record of 1.9 million acres, 768 hectares set in 2018, according to CAL FIRE, the state government's firefighting agency. 6 of the state's top 20 largest fires have occurred this year, the agency reported, and some smoke plumes rose more than 10 miles into the air. Another fire record in North America, and wildfire season isn't even over yet. The hurricane season, meanwhile, is smashing records of its own. On Wednesday, September 16th, Hurricane Sally made landfall near Gulf Shores, Alabama, as a Category 2 hurricane, bringing historic and catastrophic flooding, according to the National Hurricane Center. Hurricanes Sally and Paulette, which made landfall in Bermuda as Category 1 hurricane on September 14th, were just 2 of 5 named tropical cyclones that developed simultaneously in the Atlantic Ocean earlier this week. Only once in 1971 were this many storms recorded in the Atlantic at the same time. The 2020 Atlantic hurricane season has been so active, the government has literally run out of names for new storms. Well, then, they need to get some black women together. They'll give you some names. Rufiana, Candesia, Colotus. All right. This also is from Chung Lee. Polk County man had 133 child sex crime victims. Bond remains at $20 million, sheriff says. Rayford, North Carolina. Joshua Taylor Bradshaw then fled North Carolina. He was apprehended in Edam, Mississippi by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Paterkin said Sunday.
News at 5, the FBI arresting this county man on more than 300 charges. Child sex crime.
Look at that perv.
Now being county deputies on Fairfield Rayford last month. The young person. What do you say? That's when Bradshaw took off. He was later found in Mississippi. Face a judge.
All right, y'all. That was from Chung Lee. Here's her channel. Good. Let me leave her a comment.
This news at 5, the FBI arresting this Polk County man on more than 300 charges. child sex crime. Bradshaw now being held.
All right, let's keep it going. Did we show this one yet?
At this hour, police are searching for two suspects accused of trying to run over officers with a stolen car. Tara has what you need to know.
And right now, the Phoenix Police Department needs your help finding these two suspects that injured an officer who confronted them right behind me here at the hometown studios. Now, they say this actually started near 19th Avenue and Dunlap, where they spotted a stolen car. That car then left that scene over to this hometown suite when another police officer spotted the stolen vehicle here. They then confronted the two suspects in that vehicle, but when they got out, when they were trying to get out of the car, the suspects then drove towards the officers, hitting the car door, which then hurt that officer, injuring him. Then they had an officer-involved shooting. At that point, the Phoenix Police Department don't believe that the suspects were hurt in this shooting. The last time they were seen was around Indian School and I-17. Here's what they're looking for: a 2006 gray Nissan Altima with Arizona plate C.
Oh, we saw this story out. This is the updated version. Okay, we can stop that. All right, and I think that's it. No, it ain't. Got some more.
Who Flipper offers the world's most common?
The police say was driving recklessly when he lost control and crashed. Could face charges for the tragic deaths of two teenagers who were passengers in the SUV.
The students are from Oak Park but crashed in Southfield over the weekend. Just a terrible tragedy. 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig is live in Royal Oak outside Beaumont. And Kim, we understand one of the teens remaining hospitalized there.
That's correct, Glenda. 17-year-old Alante Mosley remains hospitalized here, and his family says he's sedated and doing a little bit better after that horrific crash that 2 years did not survive.
He was 16, he would have been 17 on September.
Her son, Jakai Garrett, is one of the 2 teenagers killed in the horrific crash.
It's just an empty space right now with him not being here, because that was my everything.
17-year-old Darrell Blackman also died in Friday night's crash on northbound Telegraph just past 9 Mile Road in Southfield. 6 teenagers, all students from Oak Park High School, were in the vehicle.
17 years I have in my life. Best 17 years of my life.
And behind the wheel, another 17-year-old speeding in his parents' Cadillac SRX.
Per witnesses, the vehicle was traveling at a high rate of speed, changing lanes multiple times. We do estimate the vehicle was traveling in excess of miles per hour.
Sunday afternoon, family and friends held a vigil for the teens killed and prayers for the ones who survived, including 17-year-old Alante Mosley. His sister says he was ejected and he's now hospitalized at Beaumont Royal Oak with a fractured spine and a broken leg. But thankfully, doctors are telling his family that he's strong, and while he's sedated, there's no swelling or bleeding in his brain.
There were 2 occupants of the vehicle who were trapped underneath it.
And one of the survivors is that young driver who could now face charges in the deadly crash.
This accident will be treated as any other accident resulting in death.
All the kids is struggling right now to survive, and I just hope they pull through.
And Southfield police say it does not appear that drugs or alcohol were factors, but they say they did draw the 17-year-old driver's blood for analysis. Certainly keep you updated. Reporting live in Royal Oak, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action.
And it's just so tragic, and of course we're praying for the families and a speedy recovery from those who are still in the hospital. Kimberly, thank you. Linda?
Just a terrible.
I gotta say, whoever did the weed, they messed the part up, but at least they left some hair hanging out to make it look like it might be real. I give them credit for that. Whoever that person is, I give them credit. All right, now we move over. Hi, Liz. Definitely dating us. Okay. Second here, getting caught up. Got me all the way to the top. Okay, here we go.
What the lady's talking about.
Oh, Lord. Whoops.
Into a fisticuffs with customers try to dine and dash. Can I call them customers if they had no intention of paying? One of the big issues here, fam, is that, first of all, these are amateurs. Because the idea of dining and dashing is to avoid contact with the employee. These fools went around the counter and was squabbling. One of the chicks was saying, let me go, let me go. One of the employees had about it, wouldn't let her go, and she was trying to get up out of there. She said, get my phone, because she realized, hey, we got to get out of here. They got evidence, they got the phone, I got to get my phone back, I got to get out of here. Man, y'all better leave these fast food employees alone. Listen, a lot of fast food employees ain't got nothing to lose. They don't even want the job. In the first place, they're just doing something to take care of incidentals. Doing something just to get by. These people get humiliated, disrespected on a daily basis. So they already coming to work with a chip on their shoulder. They ain't got nothing to lose. I mean, it's like they're going to lose their career if they get into a fight with you.
Okay. But this ain't happened in a while.
Because I got something to compare them to. I remember my dine and dash days. High school. Now, when I say this is not for you to go out and try to emulate. I'm saying it so you can avoid being captured, put into a cage, getting yourself shot. Because these days, you can get shot. People will shoot you over anything now. So, yeah, man. One time we were sitting at the place, the Hut Pizza, one of those. And so it's three of us, we eating. And then, so the move was to act like we're going to the bathroom. You know, so go. And then on the way out of the bathroom, catch that side door. Oh man, I remember one time, one of my buddies was was still eating. He didn't know that me and my other boy had dashed already. So when we burnt off, he was still sitting there doing all this, eating his pizza, and he looked out the window. And we were running away, and we looked back, we saw him eating the pizza and looking up, dropped his pizza. Whoop. Oh man. Yeah, those some of those silly high school days. I'm glad that's past me because I would not want to play those type of games today. I wouldn't play those type of games today because people will blow your head off. Hey, I mean, yeah, no patience whatsoever, no forgiveness whatsoever, no moral flexibility whatsoever. Kill you.
He ain't showed the video.
And that goes for people going.
Man, Jit, he ain't even show the video. I know they had video. Let's watch this again, y'all. Y'all couldn't say it. The bitch was frozen.
This news at 5, the FBI arresting this Polk County man on more than 300 charges, mainly relating to child sex crimes. Joshua
Let me watch
Bradshaw
the
now being
screen.
held on a $20 million bond. Polk County deputies responded to a home on Fairfield Circle in Rayford last month. Reported assault on a young person. Authorities say that's when Bradshaw took off. He was later found in Mississippi. Will face a judge.
All right. That's the perv we saw earlier. Can't let us have it, can you? Wait a minute. Did we see all of these? I just found some more. Did we see all of these? Oh. Did we see this? Did we see these already?
7:30, we're following some breaking news of an officer-involved shooting in Phoenix, Olivia.
RGB is joining us. He is live at the location.
Okay, it is. Okay, we saw that one. Give me a second. I want to make sure we saw these. How about this one?
The 17-year-old driver who Southfield police say was driving recklessly when he lost control.
All right. So we're done with our hangout. Back to the hangout.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Craig Raymond Turner, the eldest son of Tina Turner, sadly passed away. His famous mother believes that his loneliness was a main factor in his death. When Tina was only 18 years old and in a relationship with Raymond Hill, she gave birth to Craig. Unfortunately, their romance didn't last long and she went to marry Ike Turner. Ike adopted Craig as his own child, and Tina did the same with Ike's 2 children from his first marriage. Tina and Ike's love story is famous for many reasons, including the abuse she suffered. During an interview with Oprah Winfrey, the singer confessed that Ike's children never reacted to the abuse. But Craig, on the other hand, was a very emotional kid. She recalled when Ike was fighting her and Craig knocked on the door to ask if everything was alright. Tina added that she would ask Ike not to beat her at home as she didn't want the kids to hear it. After many years, and even though she was afraid, Tina left Ike but was very afraid that he could track her down. He eventually found her and asked if they could talk in a car, but before he could harm her again, she left the vehicle. Craig Raymond Turner, mom managed to divorce her husband and take better care of her children, and also learned an important lesson from her ordeal. Nothing can be worse than where you are now. You have to take care of yourself first and then you take care of your children. They will understand later. When Tina Turner left her husband, Craig had already graduated from high school and he went on to become a real estate agent who worked in Beverly Hills for Rodeo Realty. Sadly, on June 3rd, 2018, Craig was found dead at his Studio City home in California. He took his own life. On the day of incident, Tina was seen at the Giorgio Armani show at the Haute Couture Fashion Week in Paris. At the time of his passing, Craig, 59, was survived by his mother and half-brother, Ronald. Damon Hill Craig's biological father died in 1996. Weeks after Craig died, Tina shared a photo on social media.
All right, goddamn, this woman annoying. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, she's annoying. Okay, let's fix this. Let's make sure that we're on the right one here. Go to, all right, go there. Now, bring us back to live dashboard. I've been doing this wrong, y'all. It's my fault. But y'all, I'm not feeling well. I'm doing the best I can to work with me, y'all. You got to copy the link. See, we did StreamYards yesterday. And I'm sitting here doing what I'm supposed to be, what I would be doing on StreamYards. All right, is the screen clear? Y'all see that? Yes, you can. All right. White evangelicals, this is why people are through with you. Dear white evangelicals, they need to tell you something. People have had it with you. They're done. They want nothing to do with you any longer, and here's why. They see your hypocrisy, your inconsistency, your incredibly selective mercy, and your thinly veiled supremacy. For 8 years, they watch you relentlessly demonize a black president, a man faithfully married for 26 years, a doting father, and a husband without a hint of moral scandal or the slightest whiff of infidelity. They watch you deny his personal faith convictions, argue his birthplace, and assail his character, all without cause or evidence. They saw you brand the scriptures to malign him and use the laziest of racial stereotypes in criticizing him. And through it all, white evangelicals, you never once suggested that God placed him where he was. You never publicly offered prayers for him and his family. You never welcomed him to your Christian universities. You never gave him the benefit of the doubt in any instance. You never spoke of offering him forgiveness or mercy. You evangelists never publicly thanked God for his leadership. Your pastors never took to the pulpit to offer solidarity with him. You never made any effort to affirm his humanity or show the love of Jesus to him in any quantifiable measure. Violently oppose him at every single turn without offering a single ounce of the grace you claim as the heart of your faith tradition. You jettison Jesus as you dispense damnation on him, and yet you give carte blanche to a white Republican man so riddled with depravity, so littered with extramarital affairs, so unapologetically vile, with such a vast resume of moral filth that the mind boggles. And the change in you is unmistakable. It has been an astonishing conversion to behold a child being born again. With him, you suddenly find religion. With him, you're now willing to offer full absolution. With him, all is forgiven without repentance or admission. With him, you're suddenly able to see some invisible, deeply buried heart. With him, sin has become unimportant. Compassion no longer a requirement. With him, you see only providence. And white evangelicals, all those people who have had it with you, they see it all clearly. They recognize the toxic source of your inconsistency. They see the pigmentation and party are your sole deity. They see that you aren't interested in perpetuating the love of God or emulating the heart of Jesus. They see you aren't burdened to love the least or be agents of compassion or to care for your Muslim, gay, African, female, or poor neighbors as yourself. They see that all you're really interested in doing is making a God in your own ivory image and demanding that the world bow down to it. They recognize this about white Republican Jesus, not dark-skinned Jesus of Nazareth. And I know you don't realize it, but you're digging your own grave in these days, the grave of your very faith tradition. Your willingness to align yourself with cruelty is a costly marriage. Yes, you gained a Supreme Court seat, a few months with the presidency as a mouthpiece and a cheap high of temporary power, but you lost a whole lot more. You lost an audience with millions of wise, decent, good-hearted, faithful people with eyes to see this ugliness. You lost any moral high ground or spiritual authority with a generation. You lost any semblance of Christness-like, and you lost the plot, and most of all, lost your soul. I know it's likely you'll dismiss these words. The fact that you even made your bed with such malevolence shows how far gone you are and how insulated you are from the reality in front of you. But I had to at least try to reach you. This is what Jesus would do. Maybe you need to read what he said again if he's still mad at you. All right, this was by John Pavlovitz. John Pavlovitz. I don't know if he's Russian or Jewish or Polish. Y'all tell me. Anyway, that came up in my suggestions under a community post. I thought I would share it with y'all. Let's keep moving. I just thought I would share it with y'all. Get back to the news. Trump sued by the parents of children in manipulated racist baby video. The parents are also suing a Trump meme maker for his role in creating the edited video. Oh, this is what Chung Lee good at, making meme videos. The video above was originally published on September 10, 2019. The parents of two toddlers who appeared in a doctored video shared by President Donald Trump on Twitter in June are suing the president, his campaign, and the creator of the video. In a lawsuit filed Thursday to the New York Supreme Court, it alleges that Trump's meme maker Logan Cook manipulated and adulterated a video of the plaintiff's children without their written consent. The plaintiffs are Michael Cisneros, Alex Hansen, Erica McKenna, and Daniel McKenna. The video in question is still available on YouTube, and a tweet from Trump in June showed the two toddlers, one black and one white, running down a sidewalk to greet each other. The video of the boys, who are best friends, included a fake CNN graphic that implied the black child was running from a racist baby who was probably a Trump voter. A lower graphic says, "Breaking news, terrified toddler runs from a racist baby." The word toddler was misspelled. It switches to say, "Racist baby, probably a Trump voter." The font and graphic background does not match what appears daily on CNN. The video switches to say what actually happened. It shows the two children running toward each other and hugging, then running down the street. America is not the problem, fake news is. The video goes on to read, "If you see something, say something. Only you can prevent fake news dumpster fires." The original video of the children in New York City became a viral sensation in September 2019. The father of one of the boys told WPRX the kids, Maxwell and Finnegan, have been best friends for more than a year. Oh, look at them. The video was eventually removed by both Facebook and Twitter for violating a copyright claim. Cook, who operated the Twitter account, Top Dumpton, was permanently banned by Twitter after the incident. In the lawsuits, the parents allege Cook created the video with reckless disregard of the true nature of the original video. The parents also accused Trump and Cook of seeking donations to his re-election campaign by using a manipulative video. In a statement posted to Instagram, Cook said he will seek compensation for his now suspended Top Duncan Twitter account. Now let's watch the video, the original.
Well, people.
I'm trying to throw a commercial in there, ain't you? Make it full screen.
People can't get enough of two toddler buddies reuniting on the street. A father captured the son Maxwell, ran to hug his buddy Finnegan. Talk about just pure joy. I'm not that excited. Both kids are just so happy to greet one another. They've known each other for about a year. That's most of their lives. And they frequently have these little...
Now, the guy in question, who makes memes for Donald Trump, he took that video of those two sweet little boys and made them look like they were running away from each other and put the caption and tried to make it look like it was a CNN video and was trying to say the black boy was running away from the white boy. He was running away from a racist. And then tried to say if you elect Donald Trump, if you elect Joe Biden, that's going to be your boys running away from the black people. That's why Facebook, Greg took it down, and the guy got his Twitter account suspended. So the parents of the kids are suing the guy that made the video. The guy that made the video is trying to get his Twitter account back. But that's just cruel. How you take something so sweet and innocent? How do you take something so sweet and innocent and manipulate it? And Chung Lee in the chat, you're very good at doing the memes. How to take the video and make it do what you wanted to do. The video we talking about, that wasn't what we just saw those two sweet kids. No, they were making it look like they were running away from each other. That's just terrible. Hey man, Chung Lee put a video in the chat. That's just shameful. That just show you how demonic people are. How do you take something so sweet and innocent? If anybody can find that video I'm talking about, they said it's still on YouTube. I'll show it. This one, Chung Lee, drug trafficker facing death sentence, escapes jail through sewage pipes. Dude, I'm facing death sentence. I risk it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shoot, I'll be out there. He facing a death penalty. What he got to lose? You can't hate on him. I was just saying, you can't hate on him. He going to death penalty. What he got to lose? Chung Lee says that guy gives me the wrong name. Oh, here we go.
Again, inmates escape, and sometimes in dramatic fashion.
All right, can y'all see this?
Here in January 2016, Orange County Jail, 3 inmates broke out, and they did it in dramatic fashion by using their bed sheets, tying them up in a braid, and rappelling from 4 stories up. But of course, they aren't the only ones who have managed to break out of jail or prison. Take El Chapo, for example. Mexico's most notorious drug lord has managed to escape from prison not once, but twice. In 2001, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman escaped from a high-security prison in a laundry cart. It took authorities 13 years to catch him, and when they did, been long. In 2015, Guzman stepped into a shower at a maximum security prison, crawled through a hole, and vanished through a mile-long tunnel apparently built just for him. Convicted killers Richard Matt and David Sweat made a bold escape from a maximum security prison in upstate New York in 2015. The pair made it look like they were sleeping while they navigated through pipes in the prison and then out of the prison. Now, authorities discovered they had help from a prison worker named Joyce Mitchell, who helped the men escape by smuggling hacksaw blades in frozen hamburger meat to the convicts. In 1986, Nadine Bajur was so determined to get her convicted killer husband out of prison that she actually took helicopter flight lessons to aid in the escape. Her husband, Michael Bajur, reportedly forced his way onto the prison roof by wielding nectarines painted to look like grenades. Well, he got to that roof, and his wife, Nadine, went and picked him up. The two escaped. Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary is in the middle of San Francisco Bay, and yet 3 prisoners in 1962 were able to escape from that island prison. Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin used intricate dummy heads to fool prison authorities. They used homemade
Come on now, you were doing so well today. Don't mess up now. Video is almost over anyway. Come back in. Let me snatch that link real quick. First, let's do a speed test. Yeah, I mean, that man escaped that many times. Let him go. She, saying, you can't hold him. See, that's bull crap. We doing 10 megabytes. We doing 10 megabit down. So what was the problem playing that video? Oh, the upload went down. We were doing 7. What are you doing? I got the screenshot. We were doing 7. Oh, they put us on a different tower. Oh, man. Do I want to risk losing the show? That's a 1.89. That's impossible. We were doing 7 something. I can tell by the direction of the arrow. We got put on a different tower. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna have to go into airplane mode. The show will stop for the show will stop. I'm gonna go into airplane mode, and I'm gonna force it back. Okay, hang on, y'all. I'm gonna go into airplane mode, so the show will stop for a second. You gonna shove it down our throat? You literally gonna shove the band down our throat? We don't want it. Okay, let's come off band 13. Let's go to band 2. Let go of that band, man. All right, put us on band 2. All right, do a speed test. This is sad. Come on. That's bull crap. That's bull crap. I wish there was the upload. I'd be dancing. That's impossible. How did we just do? The download is great. The upload is trash. Are we live? Are we live right now? All right, well, we're back. I take back what I said. I take back what I said. The phone is too unstable. Phone is too unstable. John Lee said somebody tried to poison Trump. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. We just gonna have to get over this. We need to find some Wi-Fi. This is ridiculous. I'm just saying, it's ridiculous. Now, I told y'all there's a tower they built down here by the gas station. We were on that tower all day. Now it's sending us to a tower somewhere over there. And the upload is trash. The download is better. But the upload is trash. I tried to put it in airplane mode. I changed the bands. Because the download is better, the phone wants to go there. When you're using your phone, you're downloading articles off of Google. You're downloading when you're streaming videos. That's your download. Your upload is when you send something out. Like right now, I'm sending this information to y'all. I'm sending it to YouTube. Every band, the audio, the upload is trash. Except for one tower. Is that the same one? Because I already bookmarked it, John Lee. You put it in again? Hey, how you doing, just saying? He said, "Oh, black and white boys are sweet." Yeah, they were. He said, "Joyous belated 50th birthday to you. I watched in silence. I was so busy all last week." It's one slot left. Do you want it? Join. It's one slot left. Right now, I can do 5 emojis. When I get 2 more people, I think I can get 1 or 2 more. Right now, we can do 5. If you get the membership, I'll take mine off and give you whatever emoji you want. Can't be that. Steve said, "Hello, Anaya. I was strolling on BD's channel section while he changed the screen." All right, something about Donald Trump being poisoned. Woman suspected of sending poison letter to Trump arrested. A woman suspected of sending a letter containing the poison ricin to President Donald Trump was arrested as she tried to enter the U.S. from Canada at a border crossing in New York State, a U.S. law enforcement official said. The woman was carrying a gun and arrested by U.S. authorities, according to the law enforcement official. U.S. prosecutors in Washington, D.C. are expected to bring charges against her. CNN previously reported that law enforcement had intercepted a ricin package sent to Trump last week, according to 2 law enforcement officials, and that investigators were looking into the possibility that it came from Canada. A person familiar with the investigation told CNN's Josh Campbell the letter was mailed from St. Hubert, Quebec, and contained a granular substance with similar physical characteristic to ground castor beans. 2 tests have been done to confirm the presence of ricin. All mail for the White House is sorted and screened at an off-site facility before reaching the White House. A spokesman for the Royal Canadian Mounted Police was confirmed Saturday it was working with the FBI to investigate the matter, told CNN Saturday that the RCMP is still not in a position to issue a statement or to confirm or deny any reports on arrest. A spokesman from the FBI Washington field office confirmed later that an arrest was made and the investigation remains ongoing. In a statement provided to CNN on Saturday, the FBI's Washington field office said the FBI and our Secret Service and U.S. Postal Inspection Service partners are investigating a suspicious letter received at a U.S. government mail facility. At this time, there is no known threat to public safety. Authorities are investigating additional similar packages mailed to addresses in Texas that may be connected to the same sender in Canada. CNN previously reported, according to a U.S. law enforcement official. We are aware of the concerning reports of packages containing ricin directed toward U.S. federal government sites. Mayor Liz Power, chief spokesman for Canada's Minister of Public Safety Bill Blair, told CNN on Saturday. Canadian law enforcement is working closely with their U.S. counterparts, and this is an active investigation. Oh, wait a minute. Are we live? Did we go out again? Come on. Yeah, so what's going on? What's going on with the daggone tablet? Let's go in again. Hit the refresh button. Oh, okay. I know what happened. When I went in the airplane mode, I had it on the Wi-Fi hotspot. Hold on a sec. That's what happened. Ain't nothing wrong with us. The Wi-Fi hotspot is off. Y'all, it should pick it right up. All right, we connected. Now go back to YouTube. Unfortunately, YouTube has stopped. Really? Come on, man. You're killing me. All right. All right. We are back. Sorry about that, y'all. Found my place. Let's get mess out of here. Ricin is a highly toxic compound extracted from castor beans that has been used in terraplots. It can be used in powder, pellet, mist, or acid form. If ingested, it causes nausea, vomiting, and internal bleeding of the stomach and intestines, followed by failure of the liver, spleen, and kidneys, and death by collapse of the circulatory system. As little as 500 micrograms, an amount the size of a head of a pin, can kill an adult. There is no specific test for exposure and no antidote once exposed. Ricin can be produced easily and cheaply, but experts said it's more effective on individuals as a weapon of mass destruction. More effective on individuals as a method of mass destruction. All right, somebody try to take our chump. Somebody tried to take our chump to hump. Somebody tried to take the man out. That's not good. Ain't good for him. Copy link address. Thought it worked better the other way, but come on. If it stay. You can see it. All right, y'all. Woman allegedly armed with a knife and a blowtorch killed by deputies in Onosi County. Deputies at the scene tried to render aid. However, the woman died. No law enforcement officers were hurt. That's rough right there. That's rough right there. I can't do nothing with the ad. All right, skip it.
Now looking at the death of a woman accused of charging at deputies with a knife and a blowtorch. According to the Oconee County Sheriff's Office, the woman was tased and shot by deputies responding to a domestic incident. The Sheriff's Office says deputies on screen rendered aid to the woman, but she did not survive. No deputies were hurt during the shooting.
All right, somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. You got a woman with a knife and a blowtorch. And they tased her. And you couldn't stop a woman. You couldn't stop a woman that had a taser and a blowtorch. With pepper spray, with the taser, with the billy club, or the nightstick, whatever you call it. You couldn't stop a lady. You had to empty out your guns into a lady. Yeah, she had a blowtorch. You gonna try and tell me, if you got 4 cops on the scene and they all deploy their tasers at the same time, I don't care what you want. You're going to drop. But see, they do the one person to shoot it, and sometimes if Chun-Li says, I would have taken out with the wasp spray. I'm just saying, they can't take out a lady. You had to blow her away. For a lady to come at somebody with a blowtorch and a knife, something got to be wrong with her. And instead of her getting the mental help she needs, you blew her away. When is it going to stop, y'all? When is it going to stop? Why are our cops so scared? She got a blowtorch. Bam, 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 bam. We hit it with the taser. It's not working. She's still coming with the blowtorch. Well, there you go. Bam, bam, bam. She ain't getting them now. She ain't getting them now. She might got up from that taser. She ain't getting up from that. We all going home to our families. Who doing it? When they came at us with the taser. Oh, well. Where are you going to tell the family? Especially if that woman. Now you said laugh out loud, and Cecilia says, at Chun-Li, hi, wasp spray. You could have done a better job with the wasp spray. Are you serious? They opened fire on a lady. If you can't handle a lady, how you gonna handle a man? Oh, that's why they dying. Whatever happened to expert tackling? The hand-to-hand combat training they supposed to have. Whatever happened to that? Now we just gonna shoot. No, she had a blowtorch. Don't get a blowtorch mixed up with a flamethrower. A flamethrower, I don't think a woman can carry a flamethrower. It's a lot of weight. You have a lot of gasoline, you got a backpack, and you got this heavy thing, and you throw fire. That's not what she had. She had the little blowtorch that you see the welders using, and you see the guys, it's like a can about this tall, and it got a nozzle on it, and it has a little bit of fire at the end of it. She would have to be close to you in order for her to hurt you with it. To stab you with the knife, she would have to be close to you. And not only close to you, she would have to hit you with it. You're supposed to be trained in hand-to-hand combat. If she got the knife in one hand and the blowtorch in the other hand, she's wide open. And the best thing you can do, taser, 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 she's not stopping. Over. Bam, 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 bam. Ugly said her baseball bat too. I just said a blowtorch is about this tall. And then it got a little nozzle on it. And what you do is when you welding, you use that to weld the metal together. So the flame only about this wide. The flame is this long. So you trying to tell me that grown men couldn't knock something out the lady hand? She only had this much to work with. And she's got to put that on you. If you don't, knock that woman out. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to laugh. But it's ridiculous, man, how scared these cops are. Yeah. I'm not getting my hands dirty. I'll just shoot her. Let's shoot her and go home. Portland civil rights leader said protesters ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. We ain't no ways tired, and we not going nowhere. So Trump is fired. We not going nowhere. We don't get tired, and guess what? We not going nowhere.
Justice Department producer Jake Gibson just brought this to us. The Department of Justice looked at possible criminal or civil charges, we're learning, against local officials on the ground in Portland, Oregon, after weeks of clashes between federal law enforcement and violent protesters. DOJ spokesperson in this update, Carrie Kupak, tells Fox News the DOJ explored the possibility of pursuing charges against city officials in Portland, but declined to comment on whether any charges will ultimately be brought. And of course, that's an update on a story we brought you on Bill Barr earlier today. More on that as we get it.
Here said the British cop would have taken her out and not shoot her dead. Well, they don't have guns. They would have had to. They would have just had to pick up something and bop her in the face with it. All right, handcuff her, throw her in the back of the wagon. Cowardly, man. All right, get to the next story here. Three, two, one.
Save a carload of kids. Their vehicle submerged in the water after they watched their mom get murdered behind the wheel.
I went in survival mode and I started yanking kids out and just trying to go after the kids, you know, and make sure the kids were okay.
The horrifying scene played out last night near a marina along the Sacramento River south of Freeport.
CBS 13's Melina Jones is live tonight with the Good Samaritans who jumped in to help the lady.
Well, we're learning heartbreaking details tonight. Investigators tell us that woman was shot in the head, while the owner here at Cliffs Marina tells me one of those kids, he heard those two adults fighting and witnessed each other.
And I opened that door, and I saw that little face looking at me. I said, no. I said, no. And then I saw little hands poking out the side, too, and I was just devastated.
Terrell Fisher was working on his boat at Cliffs Marina late last night when he saw a car go into the Sacramento River and rushed to help.
I went into survival mode. I started yanking kids out and just trying to go after the kids, you know, and make sure the kids were okay.
Fisher and a friend jumped into the water to rescue 4 kids ranging from 2 to only 6 years old.
I put my coat around them, and they were all devastated. They were in shock.
He says they're
Oh. Come on.
Father got out of the car and refused to help.
The kid said he killed my mom.
Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says 27-year-old Mendico Cuazo was in the passenger seat and shot the 23-year-old driver in her upper body, causing the car to run off the road. They say he's the father of 3 of those kids.
So you have the loss of a mother, you know, which is a trauma that they experienced firsthand. And then also now, of course, having, you know, their father being responsible.
The mom was pronounced dead at the scene.
My other friend, he jumped in the car, was helping her, and I was shining a light, and I couldn't even, she didn't have a pulse.
Fisher is still processing, but is thankful the kids are safe tonight.
I'm glad I was there, but I hate that I was there, you know? I hate that I had to see that, but I'm glad that I got to protect those kids a little bit and get them out of harm's way.
Investigators are still searching for a motive tonight. We know that Cuazo does have prior convictions, illegal possession of a firearm.
Glad that I was there, but I hate that I was there. It says a lot from that. I didn't believe that.
That man's a hero. He didn't just stand there and watch. Him and his friend actually went into action. We need more people like that. All right. Sean Lee got some links in the chat. Sean Lee said, Judge rules the police officer do not have to release investigative file until of Breonna Taylor. All right, these are from Chung Lee. Let's go. 4-year-old boy is shot dead and 4 adults are wounded when gunman barges into Ohio home and opens fire. That video? What? That's not what we were looking at. Let me out of here. I'll read it. A 4-year-old boy was killed and 4 others wounded when a gunman barged into an Ohio home early Monday and opened fire, authorities said. The boy, identified as Rowan Sweeney, died in his mother's arms. Travelers Police Chief Tim Roddy said at a news conference. The shooting occurred at 2 a.m. in a 2-story home located near the Ohio-Pennsylvania border. Roddy said investigators believe the residence was targeted. This wasn't a random act of violence, he said. Speaking with reporters, the child father, David Sweeney, begged the shooter, "Hey, man." He begged the shooter. David Sweeney, the father, begged the shooter to turn himself in. "Just be a man," an emotional Sweeney said while holding a photo of his son. "You took my son from me. He was my baby boy. You took him because you're sick." Authorities believe an intruder entered the home through the front door and opened fire in the living room. He fled on foot immediately after. The other victims were identified as Andre Stephon McCoy, 20, Yarnell Green Jr., 30, both of Youngstown, Cassandra Marsacola, 20, of Campbell, and 22-year-old Alexis Snyder, the child's mother. One man was shot twice in the back of the head. The other was hit twice in the back right, he said. The women sustained wounds to the legs. Roddy described the 2 women as friends that were cooperating with the investigators. He was not sure of the relationship they had with the 2 men. All 4 remain hospitalized. The 2 men were listed in critical condition, and the females were listed as stable. He said investigators have gone through the victim's cell phones and have turned up potential leads. Some of the ones we went through have provided links to people that we need to talk to, he said. No arrests have been made. On the 911 audio, a woman is heard screaming and pleading for help. All right. Go back and grab another link before they get lost. All right. We go there from the chat.
With what looks like no intention of exiting the highway. Last exit of the Dan Ryan is 95th Street. Then you either go west and south to I-57 or south and east to I-94, which is the Bishop Ford. Looks like he's slowing down a little bit here as we go under 83rd Street.
Got to be tired by now. Running out of gas, you could say.
Something to consider, yeah. So everything's slowing down, and as a result, traffic is pretty much just coming to a halt right now on the outbound Dan Ryan. Looking back over my shoulder, looks like at about 43rd Street all the way down. We don't want to move the camera because we don't want to lose the shot here of the horse, which is now crossing under the 83rd Street Bridge. Okay, and yeah, looks like the poor horse.
That's been a lot of galloping.
Yeah.
Yo, so, I'm tired, man.
Maybe we'll take the horse into consideration and get off the Dan Ryan here, and he gets a second win. So here we go.
Oh, man.
So for everybody who's just tuning in now, let's kind of recap all this. So maybe about 15 minutes ago, we picked up what we call the census cowboy here, or the dreadlock cowboy here, that is southbound on the Dan Ryan. We picked up 55th Street in the local lanes, and now has made his way all the way down south of 83rd, about to approach 87th Street, with an entourage of maybe about a half a dozen or more motorcycles that have been moving with him. And now they are essentially a slow-moving procession that is shutting down the outbound Dan Ryan, although moving maybe at about 10-15 miles an hour as we approach the 87th Street exit. We did see at some point the Chicago squads pulling up next to the horseback rider here, and from dispatches I heard kind of encouraging that man to exit the highway. That has not happened. The Chicago squad, as Max just showed you, now joined by the Illinois State Police.
And Mike, I want to point something out
here at 87th Street.
Carol Marine, who, as I mentioned, is a horsewoman herself, says she's concerned because, Patrick, you said you noticed some red, maybe the hoof may be, she believes the horse's hoof might actually be bleeding, that it's not good for the horse to be riding on the pavement like this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that, she's concerned with the way he's holding the reins as well. So this may actually be a very difficult circumstance for the horse. You're right, it does look red, and
yeah, it cannot be good running like
according to
this is crazy. This is crazy.
Horses and rides regularly, has for years. This is not good for the horse at all. He's even calling this animal.
That's a real good point, and I was just thinking the same thing when we were seeing that horse slow down.
It had to be somebody black.
To a halt here at 83rd
It had to be somebody black.
Down, looks like it might a little, at the very least, may have been exhausted, but also could be injured, which would be a bad thing, and now gaining a little bit more speed. But yeah, that stride certainly looks different here as we cross southbound Dan Ryan under the 87th Street Bridge than it did here south of 55th Street. And again, everybody's slowing down, so let's take this in and see what happens.
Hey, walking. That horse said I'm tired.
You talk about the horse, which is now basically walking very slowly. We've had a few cars whizzing by on the shoulder here, and although there is a coordinated event to kind of
is somebody gonna tackle that man?
Max, widen out. What's this car?
Somebody gonna tackle that man
here? Or up in the left shoulder.
Look at that.
Car right
Why
there.
did you tackle the man? Pull him off.
Completely pulled over. Sorry, kind of taking things in from an aerial perspective. Now everything's about shut down. So in front of us, we've actually got people out on the highway. Go to your right if you can, Max, about 2 blocks. There's a vehicle that's opened up and somebody's standing out on the highway. A little more to your right here. That's the motorcycle. Go to your right. That vehicle right there. Now somebody else just got out of the highway.
They filming.
They're taking
pictures.
Cell phone video and pictures out on the Dan Ryan. You know, we thought 2020 had everything, and now we're seeing a horse of the Dan Ryan with a photographer facing northbound and southbound lanes taking picture as though this is the final stretch here at Arlington Park, but it's not.
The motorcycles could rev that engine and scare the horse. He might throw him.
7th Street. The traffic starts to move again. The horse starts to pick up again, and I'm sure there are a lot of frustrated Dan Ryan commuters behind the Census Cowboy, as we call him here, moving with an entourage of about a half a dozen motorcycle riders outbound Dan Ryan, just south of 87th Street.
What's getting tired?
Going on? When did you start noticing this, Mike?
We noticed this, I'd say about 4:30. We had come up here about 4:30, 4:32. We noticed this. I was telling the director in my ear, like, we need to get this on here as soon as possible because we didn't know how long this was going to last, because the minute that I noticed it around 4:30, my pilot, Roger, actually pointed it out, I started hearing dispatches
Well,
of
somebody
this,
tase him.
and the fact that we had to get this horseback rider off the Dan Ryan. It just gives you an
Hit him with
idea,
some rubber
though,
bullets.
the whole idea of pursuits again, which is something we've covered in Sky 5 and done reports behind the scene. And what's involved in the caution that has to be taking place, and now you've got an animal to worry about here as well, and a half a dozen motorcycle riders. So the police are doing what they can. They've got to take precaution here, and although I'm sure they want this horseback rider and the motorcycles off the Dan Ryan because of all the safety hazards that can be intact here, they've got to be cautious. You can't lead a horse to water, and you can't lead a horse to an outbound Dan Ryan exit unless he wants to go there and his rider wants to go there, and that's not the case right now. So we keep scooting along. We're going under the CSX tracks here of the outbound Dan Ryan, and that is right before 91st Street. We're half a mile away from the big 95th overpass. That's the CTA red line, and last chance to exit the Dan Ryan is coming up soon. And if the horseback rider doesn't exit the Dan Ryan here at 95th, then we got to go ways out in I-57 at the Bishop Ford. We'll see what happens as the horseback rider and the entourage come on the other side here of the freight train tracks that run east and westbound about 8900 south here on the Dan Ryan.
And Mike, while you guys keep that shot there as we wait to see what happens next, just looking back, how far backed up is traffic on the outbound Dan Ryan?
So I was just able to get a look over my shoulder, and
he's in that wave
run here, by the way, arms in the air like, well, we obviously just don't care. The outbound Dan Ryan 51st out to about 95th Street, where the Census Cowboy seems to be taking his final ride here, maybe, and getting off at 95th Street. Now the horse has slowed down again. Yeah. So 91st Street, we're southbound Dan Ryan. The horse is slowing down. The motorcycle.
Hey, they just moved the horse like a thumb.
Looks like they're making their way over to the right, and maybe we're going to have a final exit here at 95th Street. And then we'll see what happens after that. See if this gentleman's going to be arrested, and if the motorcycle driver's involved, or you know, we don't know the nature of this event, and we had no previous information. We just happened to be on the Dan Ryan. Oh, look, a horse, and followed, and here we are now with the entourage, about a half a dozen motorcycle riders, the man riding on the horseback, about 2 or 3 Chicago squads, now in a couple of right lanes of the outbound Dan Ryan, just before 91st Street. With the
all right, block them off
at 95th. I've looked ahead. I see a couple of motorcycles getting off at 95th Street, so I think that is going to be their destination, exiting the outbound Dan Ryan here at about a half a mile at 95th Street. We will see what happens.
Well, the horse looks exhausted, so I hope it gets its way to somewhere and Get
Yeah.
not just a break, but some care. It looks like it might be some care based on what Carol Marine is.
Nice that he'll be waiting
and I wonder
for
what the charge will be. What is it? What
Raven
kind of
police
charge do you
cruiser
face
saying.
when you are
John Lee says horsey epic.
potentially and blocking? I don't know. We'll find out.
Nice that I hope he
we'll
was fed.
be sure
The
to
rest
try
of
to
the
get
family.
back to the resolution. It looks like this is the exit here,
What
Mike.
exit is this here, Mike?
So this is the outbound Dan Ryan. It's a long exit that takes you out to 95th Street, which is the
Why
last
don't you block
exit
him
over
in?
the Dan Ryan.
Why
itself.
is only
And
two
then
police cars?
South of here, you either go I-57
They should block
to
him
the
in,
right
put
or
two
Mission
cars in the
Road
front.
I-94,
And just block him
which,
in.
is the old Calumet Expressway.
You think the horse gonna jump over the police cars?
So he is exiting here, outbound Dan Ryan at 95th. His charge here, with expressways in Lakeshore Drive, there are different restrictions on what kind of vehicles that you can ride. Obviously, you can't ride a horse on the expressway, I'm sure. You can't ride a bicycle on the expressway. Can't be a pedestrian on the expressway. So I'm sure if there was a charge, it'd be in line of something like that. And as we say that, a Chicago squad now getting ahead of this horse here as he about to exit the outbound Dan Ryan here at 95th Street.
Well, I hope it does get some rest. And we have seen protests on the expressway before, and I don't believe people were charged in those cases. We've seen Father Flager and groups like his have protests along the Dan Ryan against gun violence. So maybe this is a form of protest that we don't know about, and we'll learn more about it, I'm sure, in the coming
That's
hours.
true, Marion, but there's something good to point out with that, though. Those types of protests, and even the protests that are, based against the police in some cases, are coordinated with the police. So the police will kind of shut down the highway ahead of time. This didn't happen in this case as he makes his final ride, getting off the Dan Ryan at 95th Street, about to go up on 95th.
All right, Mike, we're going to continue to monitor this, and we will have the latest coming up next on the NBC5 News at 5.
Ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Only in America. All right, we gotta go find some more. She got a lot of links. Judge rules Louisville police do not have to release investigative file into fatal police shooting of Breonna Taylor. Hit that mute button. Yeah, I got you. That horse was looking tired. Yeah, rough right there.
Now we have Richard Fowler, Bob Smith, and it's really good to have you both here. This case has been on the
Yeah, I feel bad for the horse too.
for many months. It's gotten a lot of attention. One of the calls has been for justice for Breonna Taylor. Family, Richard was very clear, as was the attorneys, saying that this is not the criminal aspect. There's still decisions that the city of Louisville cannot make. But what do you think of this as a first step towards what has been called for justice for Breonna Taylor?
I think this is a great first step. And let's take a minute to see what actually happened here. What happened here is this. Whether you are on the side or whether you're a member of the or you're a member of Black Lives Matter, both sides can agree that the status quo is untenable. And what you have in this agreement, a couple of things that stood out to me. Number one is a push to have police officers live in the communities where they work, which is huge, right? Because if you live in the community and you know the people in the community, you are going to start to rebuild that trust automatically.
Sure.
The second thing, really reevaluating how they do knock warrants, right? Which is something that Black Lives Matter activists and members of Congress and the broader, larger community have been calling for a very long time. So we're seeing that move in the right direction. But I think what's really important here is this is how things should happen in this country. bringing all the parties to the table and figuring out where can we agree and what can we get done to ensure that every community, no matter where it is, no matter what zip code, is safe, welcoming, and thriving for the citizens that live there. And this is a big step for Louisville. I hope other cities will follow suit in saying, what can we do to ensure that we rebuild trust between and the police departments, as well as create a place where we can actually have peace and safe and welcome.
Bob, we are seeing this again, that is usually at the local level where you see solutions. And that's where the people know each other best and coming together. Of course, the Kentucky Attorney General, Daniel Cameron, has some decisions to make, and the investigation is ongoing there. So we await that, and if we get word from him, we'll add it to the show. Rob, let's get your overall reaction to this.
Well, the reaction is, I find it very interesting that at the very beginning, there was one of the female attorneys for the family that talked a lot about, the overhauling of the search warrant. She talked about engaging police officers in the community, living within the communities. What really struck me was that there wasn't a lot of this incendiary rhetoric that was talking about defunding the police that we've seen coming a lot from a lot of the Black Lives Matter activists. This rhetoric and what was being said was very pragmatic. I remember specifically someone said protect and reform the police force. Now, this is a long way from defund and reimagine. So I think that that is a very good step forward, because no matter, I don't know if there are two sides in this. I know that there are some people who are very anti-police and police enforcement, and there are people who are definitely, on the side of the cops because they have very hard jobs to do. But I think that this is a really good step in the sides coming together to actually figure out how we can help reform systems to make people safer.
I agree. Rob and Richard, thank you for sticking with me and listening to all of that. We will have you back to talk about it more. Thank you so much.
Okay. That all of them? Woo. All right. Our next story. How's my place?
My dad is.
Your dad is. Number one, you knew everybody pulled over was going to jail. But I saw some stuff today, but the funniest thing was you had two lady cops and two different police cruisers. They pulled over a young dude. They told the dude to get out the car. And they went to grab him the same way that the police officer, but he was sitting down in the car, and they had him they actually had him by the top of the shirt, like this. That dude turned that car on, and they were still trying to pull him out. That dude dragged them women and kept right on going and left them sitting there on the ground looking stupid. I said, man, why isn't there a man there? I understand the women want to be police officers, but with a man. That dude sat there and ran them women over, hurt one of them back. And they got in their car to chase him. He got away. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and run me over and get away. Hell no. They actually stopped at the car. No, I'd have been riding around all day. We gonna find this sucker. This sucker almost killed me. Oh no. We gonna find you today. I just said, we gonna find you today. All right, Chung Lee got something in the chat. Let me hurry up and play this. Not long. Oh.
Vehicles submerged in the water after they watched their mom get murdered behind the wheel.
Oh, we already saw that.
I went in survival mode and I started yanking kids out. And
sorry with that, y'all. I actually sent that to I sent that. Oh, don't tell me. I just made that good rant. All right, y'all. We need to put together and get some Wi-Fi. We need to put together and get some Wi-Fi. We just cut off again? I done everything I can do. I'm getting tired. Yeah, Charlie, but how are we gonna be a professional show with this? This is ridiculous. Pull it all in. Overwhelm it. The mute button. Oh, crap.
Sources tell us the woman was in cardiac arrest inside her home in Southfield. The family called Local 4 is learning what happened to a 20-year-old woman inside a Southfield home. Sources tell us the woman was in cardiac arrest inside her home in Southfield. The family calls 911. Southfield Fire responds. Southfield Fire sent me this statement. It says, in part, at 7:34 a.m. on August 23rd, Southfield Fire Department paramedics arrived at a home in Southfield on a call for an unresponsive female. When paramedics arrived, they found a 20-year-old who was not breathing. The paramedics performed CPR and other life-reviving methods for 30 minutes. Given medical readings and the condition of the patient, it was determined at that time that she did not have signs of life. Sources with knowledge of this investigation tell us Southfield police allegedly saw her move and breathe. They called the fire crews back, but fire crews claim those were the side effects of the medication given to her. Several sources say the female was picked up and transported to James H. Cole Funeral Home in Detroit on Schaefer between 11:30 and noon on Sunday. That's when employees at the funeral home claimed that she was still breathing. They called EMS. Emergency crews found her very much alive and drove her to the hospital.
I have something to show you.
I can't tell if this is old or new. Is that old or new? Did we show this already? Yeah, I lost my place with Chung Lee Links. We showed this already. Let me just see this.
Local 4 is learning what happened to a 20-year-old.
We just saw it. All right. Did I get all the links, Chung Lee? Did I get all of them? Got that one. All right, she said we showed them all. Okay, that's good. We caught up. Well, I showed all of mine too. Anybody else got any links? Let's go search and see if we can find anything. I thought I had this fixed and I didn't. Ooh, body cam footage is always good.
Newly released body camera video shows the moment an officer opened fire and killed an 88-year-old man in West Sacramento who was holding a gun. He was a man the department knew very well, a former volunteer, in fact.
CBS 13 Steve Large spoke with his family tonight, who says he suffered from mental health issues. Review you'll see only on CBS 13.
And the shooting death of this 88-year-old man really shaking up this West Sacramento community. For the first time tonight, as you mentioned, we're hearing from his family. But we're also seeing for the first time this dramatic police body camera video. Here's some of it right now.
Hey, how's it going, sir? Can I help you? Oh! Shots fired! Shots fired! Put down the gun!
West Sacramento police releasing this body camera video showing 88-year-old Robert Coleman had pulled up in a vehicle behind several police cars, got out of his vehicle, and pulled out a gun. Now, only on CBS 13, we spoke to Coleman's two daughters holding a photo here of their father and mother together. They say their dad had been suffering from mental health issues for the past year and a half, and that the police video shows, in their view, officers used appropriate force. They are heartbroken.
Our dad had a beautiful relationship with the West Sacramento Police Department. And I actually viewed the video, and due to the situation, the officers had to respond. It was tragic, but they had to respond.
To see him suffer with mental illness, and you just don't think that'll happen to your family. And it did, especially with someone like him who cared about everyone.
Coleman's daughters are still unsure how their dad located those officers. They know he owned a gun, but thought they had taken all of his weapons away from him. Coleman had been married to his wife for 67 years. He was a one-time West Sacramento code enforcement officer and also a volunteer police officer. The officers involved in that shooting are on paid administrative leave right now, pending the investigation of the shooting.
I said, damn.
A man who worked as a security guard at an Orange County retirement community was arrested and charged today after officials say he posed as a Homeland Security agent. 34-year-old Donovan Wynn of Riverside faces one count of false impersonation of a federal officer or employee. They say he pretended to be a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations, a fake DHS identification card to purchase guns. His co-workers at the security firm he worked for say Wynn's vehicle was equipped with red and blue lights and a siren, and that he had a badge and tactical gear in his office. He faces a maximum of 3 years in federal prison if he's convicted.
He going to federal. Most of the time, you do get time in federal. Yeah, I thought that said Chung Lee. Why Rick refuses to talk to Chum Lee off air? Pawn Stars. That's what Gary say. Who's Rick? Yeah, I thought that said Chung Lee. Chum Lee. Oh, John.
And this is not the first time disputes over masks in South Florida we have seen all week long, fists flying, and even in some cases, a gun being drawn. Let me take you to the first video. Let me let you listen to some of it. And in this first video, you can see a group confronting a man wearing a black t-shirt. That man was not wearing a mask. One shopper even seen picking up store displays and walking towards him, shouting and upset over that man in the black tee seen with no facial covering on inside of the store. Let me take you to this next video up in Palm Beach County. Listen in. And this is in Royal Palm Beach.
He put a gun out.
Firing when one man not wearing a mask pulls a gun. According to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, the man with a gun shouted that he would kill the other customer. Now, the world's largest retailer will require all shoppers to wear a mask starting Monday, July 20th. And in Miami police earlier this week also releasing surveillance video. This one not at a Walmart location, but at a Latin Cafe location in the city of Miami. And according to police, that victim was outside at the counter purchasing coffee when he began arguing with another man about the county's mask mandate. This incident again happening on July 5th around 6 o'clock in the afternoon at 875 Northwest 42nd Avenue. The video shows the two men fighting, two women, and another man also joining in on that attack against the victim. Authorities now searching for the two women involved in that incident. Back out live here in Florida City at this Walmart location. The first piece of video you saw in this story came from this location. We're still waiting for police to give us more information on if anything was done in result of this incident happening. I can tell you though that video
I see it, John Lee.
with that man pulling a gun. The sheriff's office there says they have spoken with him, they have identified him, and that he is cooperating with this investigation. Again, some people in South Florida complying, those who are complying not happy, obviously, with others who are not. We're live in Florida City. Parker Branton, Local 10 News.
Right. I see it. Yes, you can. I can't find the volume button. And it's 19 seconds long. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm ready to go put it on mute. I'm going to mute it. I'm going to be silent for 19 seconds.
Bob Edgar and Litiani Manazzi are at this busy Virginia intersection most weekdays since George Floyd was killed. What passersby don't know is they are father and son. Edgar, a retired professor of African history, adopted Litiani from his native Lesotho as a teenager.
Litiani was 13 years old. He weighed 20 pounds. So he came to live with me at the university, and that, of course, was it. He became part of my family.
Their disabilities make joining demonstrations in nearby D.C. dangerous.
We couldn't be with big crowds in D.C. If we got involved in a police action, we couldn't move. So we just said, let's go to our local street corner and do a pop-up protest.
When people react to you, are some of them hostile?
But yeah, I mean, people will come by and they'll shoot the finger. But the vast majority of people, I would say the overwhelming number, have been positive.
They keep coming back, sometimes joined by friends. And you hope the ripple effect will accomplish a broader understanding.
Yes, but it's not just a broader understanding, it's moving to action.
A father and son, in their own way, driving home the urgency of the racial reckoning. Andrea Mitchell, NBC News, Arlington, Virginia.
All right. Thanks, Tony. Got one more. Shut up. Or at least that Scooter gang. I don't want another Scooter. I want the Swagtron S8. It got shocks on it, and it's sexy. And it's stronger than the one I got. And the battery for it, you can get a backup battery for only $150. I wish Congress would come on. What story are we looking for, Chun Li? Okay, I see the video. At least they muted it ahead of time. Let me see y'all can see it while I got the opportunity. Yeah, you can see it.
Devastating news confirmed for the New York Giants and star running back Saquon Barkley. Monday morning at a hospital in New York City, he indeed has a torn ACL in his right knee. Surgery will be upcoming in the near future. So the team that has lost the most games in the NFL since 2017 now has to deal with an even bigger blow, the loss of their best player. The Giants and Barkley were linked together from the moment he stepped onto a stage at the NFL draft in 2018. They made him the number 2 overall selection. He was a rookie of the year, took this league by storm, and now just 2 games into his 3rd year, he's sidelined with questions about his immediate future and his long-term future. There was an expectation that in the offseason, Barkley and the Giants would sit down and work on a long-term deal. Now that he'll be rehabbing from a torn ACL, there are questions as to how much money he will expect the Giants will be willing to pay, with a lot of uncertainty remaining for the face of the franchise here with the New York Giants.
Even though I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, I made a lot of money with them 2 Super Bowls that the Giants won. So I can't hate on them. I can't hate on them. I can't hate on it. I can't hate on it. Hey, Chun Li, when we get that stimulus, this is what I'm getting. And nobody gonna talk me out of it. Y'all can fuss at me all you want. You ain't gonna talk me out of it. You are not gonna talk me out of it.
Comprehend.
That's sexy. That's sexy right there.
Comprehensive, I mean.
Oh, it's the wrong story?
Riding a bike, my experience. Like full white large. The entire back.
Out of all the videos to pick, I pick a dweeb.
Here you can see the bike out of trails. And on a trail is so much fun. I mean, it's just incredible. I've never been mountain biking. Actually, second time I ever riding it through the woods. I was like, oh, this is an awesome bike. Let me ride it through the woods. Found this trail. And man, it is so much fun. This bike takes the learning curve out of mountain biking. Like, seriously. It doesn't take the learning curve out of jumps, but it does take the curve out of mountain biking. Hills are nothing. Climbing, nothing. Like, only on a black diamond are you challenged with it. I checked it out in the Fountainhead vehicle, black diamond. Yeah, you got a pedal. Now speak about the bike as it comes. It comes with a seat that is painful to sit on after about 10 minutes.
We got our own
Handgrips
seat.
are so hard. They're super uncomfortable. The pedals are weak.
They broke after about the 10th time I went riding this thing.
Oh, so they broke on him. He's not big as me.
Jump. That's not really good at all. That's one of the last places you want your pedals to break.
So the pedals
after about
broke
50
on him.
rides, the bike broke. I'm not sure what happened. I sent it back to the manufacturer, and it's going to be about a week or two before I see it back. So I'll let you know what happens with that. As far as upgrades go, I think it would be pretty easy to upgrade the motor. Just get like a different Bafang, higher voltage. Put that baby on there. I'm going to wait till my warranty is up before I do that, but I'm totally going to do that. It's a little slow for me. I built an e-bike before. It was a 1,000-watt e-bike with a 48-volt, 20-amp-hour motor, and this one is only a 350-watt with a 8-amp-hour battery, and it's 36 volts. So it's quite a step down for me, but if you've never ridden an e-bike, you will love this bike. I promise you. If you have an affinity for BMX bikes.
Sir, you're boring. Okay? I'm sorry. But you're boring. I'm sorry. It's boring. Okay? Let me see. Who had a good video? Right there. Actually gonna show it. Alright, this guy unboxed it. John Lee says, sweet bike that looks like fun. He talking about the bike broke. He's sitting there jumping all over crap. I'm just gonna ride it on the street. He's sitting out there in the woods on trails, jumping over stuff. He's begging not to break. John Lee says, just get a golf cart and hook the cart to it. It's hard to ride a golf cart on a sidewalk, but that's where they're going to try and make me stay when I get in the street. That's a nice truck. Look, man, let me see the bike. Can we see the bike? All right, goddamn, can we see the bike, please? When words are said, we'll regret. Oh, Lord. Now we're on the flag. Who are these people? I need to make a video. I'm just saying. These people are out here riding these bikes. Why can't somebody just tell us about the daggone bike? Is that too hard to ask? Oh, Lord. You know it's a commercial here. Let me get the mute button. Yep. Gotta be a stinking commercial. Trying to get all the money they can get. They got two of them.
And today we'll be looking at the Swagtron EV8 foldable e-bike.
Oh, Lord, they got the old sissy music.
Your color choices with the Swagtron EV8 bike are limited to white and black, and it can support gear and riders up to 264 pounds. and you can expect the charge time to be 5 to 6 hours. It weighs in at 56 pounds, has 3 riding modes, which include motor only, pedal assist, where the bike gives you a little extra help while you're pedaling, and then if you want to turn the motor off, it's just a 7-speed geared bike. It has 20-inch tires, which are 4 inches wide. It can ride on gravel, sand, dirt, and maybe even snow. Insert the keys and it turns. 36 voltage motor, which allows you to obtain an 18 mile per hour speed with an expected range of 21 miles on a single charge. The Shimano 7-speed system, whatever that is, allows you to adjust for the terrain and work harder or work less hard depending on how fast.
Now that's the one thing that I don't have. Well, he got shocks. But also another thing that he got on that bike that I don't have is he got a 7-speed Shimano shifter. For those of y'all that don't know what that means, it means that he can shift gears. The bike I have is only 1 gear, the lowest torque. So when you don't have no power, it is very hard to pedal the bike. But he got 7 gears. You can shift up so that you can ride the bike without power. It's very hard to ride these bikes you see that don't have the shifters without no power, without no battery, without the motor helping you, because they in that low gear. That low gear is good for going uphill. But on regular terrain, it's not so good. When you're going straight, when you're going downhill, after you hit 10 miles per hour, if you pedal, you're not pedaling anything. Your feet just spin. And if you take the bike up, like I have, you take it to the maximum. But however fast it's going to go, depending on your weight, it's going to stay in that gear. And you can pedal all you want. You're not going to make it go faster. Here, I can turn the power off and still ride the bike and be comfortable. I don't know if y'all saw the video when I went to the pharmacy and then we went to the store and I got right to the parking lot, on the hill of the parking lot. Man, I had to pedal up. You talk about leg burn. My legs was burning. And then when we came out, we had a flat. Anybody remember that video? My legs was burning. I said, God, no, we're not going to do this again. Now, this is the one that I have. Oh, Lord. And then we'll get back to the show. I ain't going to bore y'all to death. But that's what I'm getting when this stimulus come. I'm getting that Swagtron EB8. Now, this is the bike I have now.
Made in China, but they don't have the same quality. Some are great, but some are rubbish. Our job is to test as many bikes as possible and recommend to you good ones. In this review, we're checking out the Swagtron Swag Cycle E1. I expected a lot from the electric bike, and I thought it would ride as great as my previous one. Unfortunately, I had the problem with this bike as soon as I took it out of the box. It couldn't fit into the tube, and I almost gave up testing the bike. I contacted support, and they suggested me a flathead screwdriver to gently pry open. I gave it another try, and it took me an hour to finally push this to this tube. I was very surprised that it didn't take much effort when I climbed some steep hills. The bike has a very low gear, and with the help of pedal assist, I could climb inclines with ease. However,
next.
When I used the bike on flat roads, I realized how slow it is, either in the pedal assist or full throttle mode. I couldn't follow other riders with a normal folding bike. My average speed on this bike is just around 9 miles per hour. It is significantly lower than the Swagtron Swag Cycle Pro. Another disappointment is the battery life. In the full throttle mode, the battery range could reach just over 7 miles. In the mixed, it can go a little further at 9 miles.
That means I will need to recharge the battery after riding for just an hour.
Okay.
Besides, the swag cycle is not really small in the folded position. This is because you can only fold down the handle post. Fortunately, it can still fit in my car trunk, so I can transport the bike easily.
Mine is black.
Last but not least, I don't really like the design of the seat. I really doubt it could be broken when the bike is used by heavy riders. Besides, even when I set the seat height at the highest level, it's still very low, and I don't feel comfortable riding it. To conclude, here are all the pros and cons. Pros: affordable.
Damn, that's it?
Cons: low battery range. Low. Uncomfortable. Quality control issues. I want to use an e-bike because it could help me ride faster and further. Unfortunately, the swag cycle fails to deliver both of these objectives. Therefore, we at Bike Folding don't recommend the bike.
Alrighty, Chun-Li got a link for it. Let's go check it out. So, alrighty, y'all. Now y'all see the difference. So can't nobody try and talk me out of it. Oh, you already got a bike. Y'all see the difference. I'm going to kick out that Doski. Copy link press. Getting that boy. Let's go. All right, this from Chun-Li. Oh, you didn't give us a video. You gave us a page. Orbis. All right, this was today's video. Let's see what you got to say.
Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. It is September the 21st, and some of the headlines on BizarreBus.com. Horrific experiments on monkeys performed in Belgian labs. Employers using AIs to prove workers didn't get infected on jobs from the COVID, I guess.
Oh, Lord. Let's check the chat and see what everybody been saying. Wait a minute, is something playing there? Yeah, that's us. Check the chat. We ain't pulled the chat up in a while. Chun-Li said get a golf cart and hook the cart to it. He said, how often do you ride on? When I have to. But Chun-Li said I need some hydraulics. You know how much the hydraulics cost? To get shocks on the bike, I could buy another one. To be honest with you. By the time you find out what size you need, because we have to get a fork, and it's got to be a 14-inch. It's got to be a 14-inch fork, and then you have to find one that got shocks in it. You got to have somebody take that one off, put the new one on, then you got to do the back wheel, and they're gonna have to take out all the cables, and everything. Shoot. You talking about a lot of money, honey. But no, but like I said, you know, the guy was right in the video. I think on level ground, I think I get about 9 miles per hour. Supposed to be 12.5. But because of my weight, I only get 9. Now, now we had to put we got the steel pedals. And you notice we got the steel pedals, we ain't had no problem. But they come with plastic pedals. And you heard the guy say that his 4th ride, he broke both pedals. Y'all got on me for breaking 1. He broke 4. I had the bike for like 6 months before I broke the pedal. He broke the pedal in 4 rides. If you get something brand new, you're going to take it out every day. So within the first week, he broke both pedals. Come on now. He broke both of them within a week. It took me 6 months to break one. Broke his in 6. And remember, he was on the better bike. I was on the 1. He was on the 8. So that means that they've had 7 more chances to improve it. But that bike go almost 19 miles per hour and the battery good for 21 miles. What I got now with me on it. Matter of fact, the guy who did the video on my bike, he's not even 200 pounds. He says that he only goes 9 on flat ground. So, you know, Swagtron make good bikes. I know I weigh about 70 more pounds than he do. And I usually average 9, so good bike. It's just outdated. You know, it's a good starter bike. That was their first attempt at e-bikes. The first one is never good. But like I said, by having shocks, I won't have to wear that. I ain't even show y'all the helmet. Let me show you something, Chung-Lee. You won't believe. And I picked this out so I can't say nothing. And let me pull the chair up so I can see. Make sure y'all can see it. This is the helmet. This is not a bicycle helmet. This is you're in the Army helmet. But I tell you one thing, if I fall, I ain't gonna have no head trauma. Not with this thing. Now, I bought this head mount, and I have a video up. It's on the technical channel. I forgot I bought this. I bought this in 2017, and it's on the brother Derek. It's on the technical channel. I'm trying to figure out what it's called. I was going to do the reviews on it, and I have a review on it, and I forgot about it because I put it on. I look so ridiculous. I just threw it in the closet. Well, I got it today, and I found it today, and you can see I taped it up. Thanks to Chung-Lee for the tape. I taped it up, and you see. Here, give me a phone. You always use the back camera and you hold the phone this way. You never hold the phone this way. So you amateur, stop holding the phone this way. You hold it sideways. Now, what you do is put the phone, where's it at? Upright. Yeah, so do your job, baby. I'm up already. Not doing it right. Put the phone up here. And since I'm already wearing the minister hat, you put it on. And there you go. So that's how I'm gonna look, y'all. That's what I do for y'all. That's how I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look retarded. Like, but that's how it's gonna look. So it's not gonna wobble. It's not gonna shake unless I shake. If I turn my head, the only thing is that if I turn to look at something, you're gonna see it too. So if I'm riding and I see something over there and I turn, you're gonna turn with me. I'm gonna look retarded, y'all. Look at it. I'm gonna look retarded with this thing on my head. But as you can see, it ain't going nowhere. That's what you want. Now, it's gonna be videos. Don't even try to channel. They're gonna make videos. Look at this fool with the bucket. Walking around this thing on his head. Now, if Congress stop playing around and I can get the bike, it has front and rear shocks. So we don't have to do this. The only reason this here is I'm gonna let my body absorb the shocks. Now, y'all would say, okay. Well, don't say okay, because we tried it here. We tried it on the backpack. It didn't work. Because the bumps were still. But now, with this thing, this helmet is heavy. So I'm going to try and keep it straight. So it's going to cut down on the badoos. And I'm going to try to take the bumps and, keep my head straight. Now, we're using the old S5. It has electronic video stabilization. I don't know if that works with YouTube, but I know that the phone has video stabilization. So that helps with the thing going all over the place. And see, y'all don't understand. I want y'all to see a better picture. That's what I want from y'all. I want y'all to be able to see everything. Because I want y'all to be like y'all there. For the videos. Back. Did we ever ride anywhere? Now this is during the day. Look how it's hubbing and bubbing. Look at how it's hubbing and bubbing. Look at that. Look how violent the ride is. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that, y'all. What the heck is this? This is terrible. And I'm going uphill, so I'm not going fast. I'm pedaling up the hill. That's why I said don't get an exercise. You can't say I ain't getting no exercise. Look at that hubbing and bubbing. Man, we just coasting down the hill. That looks absolutely terrible.
How can you stop people from action? Excuse that.
Go for a ride.
What is it? Is it? So we're gonna have to bring it back. It's too high in the air. Something like that. No, that's what happens. It comes back. You gotta touch it. So it can't come back. It's nice for it to sit right there. Alright.
Let me go for a ride that day. I thought we were going for a ride that day. Go find one that's darker. I have a video where I'm riding it. Where did we go ride at night? Okay, now this is me with the Samsung. The old one was the LG. This is Samsung. Now it's on the handlebars. Look at this. Now this is image stabilization. You hear every bump. Look at the lights. Look at the street lights. I can't stand that. But it's not as bad because they got the image. They got the image stabilization. It ain't bad. Now let's look at our I can't remember which phone did I take on this.
Oh, hold on. Did we leave something?
Okay, this is the LG.
I ain't even mean to go this way.
Look at the lines in the video.
Okay. No, we good. We got everything.
Now I had this on my
I don't know
shoulder.
what the sound was. Y'all know me, I'm paranoid as hell. Alright, y'all. We're gonna come back over to Gorsuch.
Look at this. Look at the lights. They're like lines. Even when you stand still, it don't look right.
I knew it.
The heck is that? Now that's the LG. Now this is the test that we did. We actually put this, and this was attached to this, and we put this on the brim of the hat. We put it on the brim of the hat, and then it kept weighing the hat. It kept weighing the brim down, and I couldn't even see. So that's why we got it up here. So we go tomorrow. We're gonna test it. Now let me show you what it did on the brim of the hat for those of y'all didn't see. I'm pressing the button. I want y'all to see the difference. Come on, phone, push it.
Big buck coming up. Big pothole. Pothole again.
Still looks terrible. Am I in the right video? Wait a minute. Is the right video? You sure? Oh no, that ain't the right video. My bad, y'all. Hold on a sec. I went too far down. Whoops, I hear he say that looks terrible. I hear he say. All right, now, do y'all see a difference? Do y'all see the difference? That was it on the brow. That was on it was on the brow of the cat. Y'all see the difference? And we doing about 18 miles an hour. Do y'all see the difference? The light's not jumping. Do y'all see the difference? That's all I want to know. And don't forget, we dragging the wagon. Y'all see the difference? That ain't all them lines from the lights and all that stuff.
We done took the nail.
Now the picture always get better around the apartment. I don't know why. We get the reception around the apartment. But do y'all see the difference?
Get the nail real quick.
So,
check on our packaging.
all right. I'm going to stop boring y'all. But I just wanted y'all to see the difference. This is why I'm willing to wear this thingamajig for y'all. So y'all can get a clear picture. Now, do y'all see what I'm talking about? You see how much clearer the video was? You see how the lights wasn't darting across the screen and you could actually see? You know what I'm saying? But with the hubbly bubbly and all of this. The image stabilization on this and by it being on my head, that's going to give us the best stable picture. It's going to give us the best stable picture. So Yes, they're going to make videos talking about how retarded I look, but yeah, whatever. It's to give y'all a great picture. That's what it's for. More stable. This helmet is nice and heavy. Like I said, the only bobbing is going to be the weight. So it's still going to bob, but that holds it. So we got the helmet. I'm going to look retarded. Ain't no getting around it. So people going to make videos saying he wearing that helmet again. Look at him. But if y'all take the time to watch me, I'll wear it and put this back. This thing is heavy, boy. I would kill somebody with it. Just beat somebody till they just pass away. Alrighty, I'm back. Lisa zoom zoom. Alright, y'all. I just want y'all to see what I do behind the scenes for y'all. Yeah, the helmet is for safety, but also you know, we messed the brim up. That last video I showed, we had it on the brim of the cap, but you saw how clear the picture was. You know? You're right. And the people in the market gonna look at me like I'm crazy. And you know what? Who cares what they think? You're absolutely right, Chung Lee. They not watching me, y'all are. Matter of fact, I gotta remember to bring them cards. And before I get off here, somebody remind me to put a mask in one of the pouches of the bike so I don't forget. Now, in case we get a flat tire, I put the air pump in the wagon. So hopefully, because remember, the wagon has air tires too. So technically, I got a four-wheeler, but I'm going to the market. We got a four-wheeler. Like I say, I don't mind doing it because y'all watch. But I'm going to look ultra retarded. I'm going to look retarded. You didn't send me the tracking number. You said something about it was going to take 2 weeks or something. Did you send me the tracking number? Yeah, because I meant to ask you about that. I was talking to my friend today, and I was telling her about how you got the bumper sticker. And I was like, wait a minute. Do I have any info on the bumper sticker? If I can find it. Going up to see definitely in. That's just. Can you send me the tracking number on Hangouts, Chung Lee? You had sent the picture of the bumper sticker. I don't even see it. That far if I can. Wait a minute, whoa. Wait a minute. I'm going way back now. And at the trailers, that's way back. Trying to find a bumper sticker. Where is bumper sticker? Okay, there's the bumper sticker. Okay, there's a picture of it. Just sent. Wait a minute. Oh, she sent a new message. Let me look on the phone because I don't want to. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. That's the advantage having a tablet. Wait a minute. Let me take a. I got the tracking number. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Come on, baby girl. Holding the show up. Hope I don't lose it. All right, there it is. Lost it. Oh, that's the order number. And then we need the tracking number. That's the order number. I see the order number. Billing information. Good checkout. Go down to her. She says she can't get into the email anymore. Okay, build the sign. All right. Wait a minute. Oh, I just lost it. Did I take the picture? I never took the picture, did I? Did I take the picture? Yes. No. No, I didn't. Damn, now I gotta find it again. Getting close. There it is. I just passed it. Doggone it. There it is. Okay, I got the order number. I'll see if I can track it. Let me make sure I got it on the phone good. I pressed the button 3 times. Why are you cheating, man? I pressed the button 3 times and you still didn't take the picture. That's bull crap. 3 times? All right, I heard it click that time. All right. And then go back down to the bottom. What was it called again? He said, build the sign. All right, let's look it up. Build. Oh, that's probably all one word. Build a sign. That's right. I don't have an account with them. Wait a minute. I'm not gonna be able to find it anyway because it's not mine. I didn't order it. You did. What am I doing? Even if I log in, I need to send this to you, and you need to log in, and then you need to ask about that order. Hold on. So let me send this to you for the Hangouts. All right, it's up to you. If you wanna do the leg work. If not, don't worry about it. I mean, it's a sticker. It fit in the mailbox. It's a sticker, so it'll fit in the mailbox. It ain't like it's thick. Mailbox can handle that much space, so we'll just take a chill pill on it. I ain't mean to bore y'all. Did we lose some people? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. But there's something we can do. And I wasn't going to do it, but we going to do it. I saw this Spectrum, but where is it? Y'all know my address, so whatever. What are you doing? So Spectrum not in my area. So we can forget that. 8 best internet service providers in Baltimore. Let's just get this done right now. Verizon, no chance. No chance with Xfinity. Get my feelings hurt. We gonna get our feelings hurt. What? Play a song or something. Just play something.
My name.
Okay, now what? What drop down menu? I hit it. I don't understand. I can't chat in the chat. I can't do nothing with it. I said high speed internet. I don't want a phone. I mean, I don't want a phone. All right, leave me alone then. I'm done. Bye. I'm done. I don't even want to fool with you. All right, who else they got? That was high, I remember that. I can't click nothing. Come on, man. All right, I'm holding the show up. This is bullcrap. But a psych bullcrap. All right. Sure. What about this company? They don't have a website. What are you doing now? Got that website real quick. They sent me to Verizon. Verizon bought them out. All right, let me out of here. I'm done. I'm done, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm back, y'all. I was trying to find some internet. Anybody got a link? Going on 2 in the morning. Oh, well, we got a minute. Let me check on that modem from Earthlink. Is it still in Sparrows Point? Been in Sparrows Point all weekend. Still saying the same thing. Sparrows Point, Maryland. So it says Sparrows Point, Maryland, Sunday. It's saying Sparrows Point, Maryland, Monday. Let me play one more song while I go to the bathroom. All right, I'm back, y'all. All right, Chung Lee, have a good night, dear. Okay. Is the date the 21st or 22nd? All account, all inbox. I'm all right. All inbox. I got a copyright claim. Pass the check. How were they going to notify me? All right. I'm going to do a more detailed look. I'm running the show right now. But okay, thanks a lot, Chung Lee. Matter of fact, I might just call them tomorrow. Thank you, Chung Lee. You have a good night. I know it's 2 in the morning. Getting late. Find one more link here to play. Find one more bit of news. Uh-oh. I'm still on the bike cars, y'all. They make you watch the whole video.
Tonight, the owner of a stolen vehicle allegedly shooting the suspected thief earlier this evening. This happened in the 6900 block of West Military Drive near Westfield. Details still limited, but police tell us a family found their stolen vehicle at that location with people inside it. At some point, an argument happened, which police say led to the owner of the vehicle shooting one of the people inside that car. That person was taken to a hospital, their condition unknown tonight. We're told police are questioning the shooter and are still looking for a woman who was also inside the vehicle at the time. She ran from the scene.
She had a sense to run. I said, here your car, man. Take it easy. See ya. We had fun in it. Thank you. Damage anything. Take it easy. But you gonna sit there, you gonna steal the man's car, the man catch you, and you still gonna sit there and man, you deserve to get shot. I don't feel sorry for you. Maybe somebody else feels sorry. I don't feel sorry. All right, y'all, let's go on a ride. Come on, man. Man said I ain't stopping nothing. Hey, my accent's coming in. Woohoo!
Right now, the highway is speed notified EMS.
Woohoo!
Right now, the highway is speed
Well, you ain't doing me no good now. I could have ordered something now. I get my AdSense payment, y'all.
The fire is out. It's find the motor while we
And a helicopter.
Valvoline's first breakthrough in motor oil was introduced.
Fuck me. Yeah, I got smart. Traffic officers in an unmarked car. They drag racing. They drag racing. This ain't America. This must be UK.
Yankee Mike, Tango Charlie, 2-5, priority message. We are Broad Street in the city centre with a vehicle failing to stop. Kilo Yankee 16, Juliet Lima. Still medium risk to him as he performs an undertake. And we are 7-0 in a 3-0. Confirm the pursuit is authorised, please, one.
Whoa! Whoa!
Ambo and fireplace, vehicles rolled.
Hey. Driver Jamal Khan has now been jailed for 26 months, given a driving ban.
By the car, not the helicopter. Ahead of him. On this side if you're comfortable. Eastbound 6 freeway coming up to 5 and a couple miles. That white sweep up turn is going to be, I believe, Bello Boulevard. You see that white vehicle? Right, the department is all started in under us at 9 o'clock, David. Not your side. Got a ship side, you got it? That's people in the back seat. Now the driver in the front goes down. First we see three. Might be the fact that they're just running out of gas or maybe playing with the officers. But on for a while, maybe they're running out of gas. Oh, here's the pit.
Pit maneuver.
There's the pit. That's going to pull over. He could have, like you said, now have him at gunpoint, out to a wider shot. Show you here with all the units in place. West Covina, right hand side there, that WC West Covina.
Clear drive again, just on the Gulf Freeway, heading north into the downtown Houston area. They're crossing, driver crossing out right now as 3 minutes or so ago. Another your screen has as they're keeping traffic come to a not quite a complete stop, but for things to down. He's experiencing it right now, trying to weave away and maneuver in and out of traffic that down Houston area because downtown area right now.
Oh, yeah, and as you can obviously traffic built. Whoever was driving, we don't know if it's a man or woman. Driver was kind of flying down the road for the past 30 minutes now for the first time is really traffic as this driver now reaches the downtown area and a little out of these cars because they're having to slam on their brakes as this driver tries to flee from
It's a really good pair. So the truck has the freeway, the south side of Houston. You just saw that HP trying to pull up beside the truck in the left lane, perhaps to possibly
to Pittsburgh.
Oh, there we go.
To get her to save her off.
Going on for half hours. Going down, but that's out of traffic.
Our producers are just telling me in my ear that the driver is now on a service road there. So the truck has the freeway. The south side
try it
of
again.
Houston. Just saw that HP trying to pull up beside the truck in the left lane, perhaps to possibly to pit her.
Oh, there we go.
To get the truck to pull her to safety.
We just
off
said
the
it.
road. The back of the truck.
On the left side, yeah.
On the left side. Now it looks like the truck maybe getting back on the freeway. It's pretty difficult to tell. But now bring traffic there right now, and
now totally boxed in.
There.
Have to see. First, it really has had to driver, as you see, where you can see officers out of the vehicle now.
We're not seeing side of the truck has his weapon drawn. He's keeping up.
Drawn.
We're told there's a passenger as well. The driver with his hands up. Officers are instructing him down on the ground with his hands behind his back. He appears to be complying with orders. Male driver, the female driver, being in custody without incident. Thank goodness no officers were hurt or any of the other drivers saw because they saw.
That man did a lot of crazy driving and got nowhere. A lot of crazy driver, he got nowhere. All right, this guy lying. He said, yes, family.
It's a challenging part.
Oh, these ads getting on my nerves. As somebody who benefit from them, man.
This is your second stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now this is going to be a very important members of Congress and for your stimulus check. There is so much news going on, and I will be giving out all of the details and what to expect, as well as when you should be receiving your second stimulus check. But first, make sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and click the bell. Let's get this video to 5,000 likes
Come
so
on,
we
man.
can show Congress that you need enough. Congress is thinking about shutting down the government this fall. And remember, a government shutdown is never good and should always be avoided. Maybe the people in Washington don't know that thousands, if not millions of people are still unemployed and many are in hospitals as the illness spreads. It is important that you guys know that when the government is shut down, agencies such as the IRS and National Institute of Health will not continue to do their work. They will, in fact, be shut down. In this event, the IRS would not be able to provide its normal service of verifying income and social security numbers. And if you are on social security, benefit verification as well as card issuance would cease. Just take a look back when the government shut down during in 1995. More than 10,000 Medicare applicants were temporarily turned away every day of the shutdown. So yes, I would say that an event like this must be avoided. I mean, we are in the middle of a pandemic.
Man, whatever. Let's look at the CV numbers and get out of here. Let's look at the CV numbers. I saw it 2 in the morning. How long I've been on for God's sake? I'm gonna take 3 hours up. Now let's get the CV numbers. How we doing on the CV? How the country doing? We had a good day yesterday, low numbers. Let's see if we continue that. 7,046,216 coronavirus cases. We had 204,506 deaths. Cases that are closed, they had an outcome. 4,504,031. Of that, 4,299,525. 95% have recovered or made it out the hospital. But 5%, 204,506 people didn't make it. They kicked the bucket. Lost 204,000 people. All right, got to go back to yesterday. All right, California, 4,238 new cases. They lost 53. Texas, 2,713. They lost 48. Florida, 1,685. They lost 21. New York, 732. They lost 8. Georgia, 1,184. They lost 2. Illinois, 1,477. They lost 7. Arizona, 233. They lost 2. New Jersey, 448, and they lost 1. They held off North Carolina. North Carolina had 800, and they lost 4. Tennessee had 895, lost 15. Louisiana had 243. They lost 9. Pennsylvania had 806. They lost 20. Alabama had 818. Lost 2. Ohio, 801. Lost 6. Virginia, 627. Lost 6. South Carolina, 416. They lost 13. Michigan, 1,575. They lost 12. Massachusetts, 256. They lost 7. Maryland, 412. We lost 4. Missouri, 1,514. Lost 26. Indiana, 522. They lost 6. Wisconsin, 1,271. They lost 2. Mississippi, 192. No losses. Minnesota, 925. 4 losses. Washington, 731. 18 losses. Iowa, 591. 10 losses. Oklahoma, 1,101. 2 losses. Arkansas, 641. 16 losses. Nevada, 232. No losses. Colorado, 500 losses. Utah, 622 losses. Kentucky, 375. 1 loss. Connecticut, 497. 3 losses. Kansas, 1,410. 4 losses. Nebraska, 305. 10 losses. Idaho, 410. 4 losses. Oregon, 194. 3 losses. New Mexico, 104. 2 losses. Rhode Island, 312. 9 losses. Delaware, 101. 6 losses. South Dakota, 173. No losses. North Dakota, 286. 1 loss. Columbia, 23. 1 loss. West Virginia, 117 losses. Hawaii, 50 losses. Montana, 133 losses. New Hampshire, 5 no losses. Alaska, 70 no losses. Maine, 27 1. Wyoming, 73 no losses. Vermont, 4 no losses. Guam, 73 4 losses. Picked up 1 case in the Marina Islands, no losses. Puerto Rico, 638 1 loss. No stats for the Virgin Islands. U.S. military, 1,044 new cases. They lost 1. Veteran Affairs, 308, lost 3. Federal prisons, 381, lost none. Navajo Nation, 12, lost none. So we had a good day today. So we had 7,046,216 total cases so far. New cases today, 36,372. Total deaths, 204,506. 388 people died today. So we had a good day. Still lost 300. Had a good day. Had a good day, y'all. So already, y'all, it's 2:23 in the morning. It's getting late. I'm glad I came on. I had fun. Hope y'all had fun, and I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to be going to the store. I'm going to wait and see if that modem come. Then I'm gonna wait and see if the bumper sticker we can put that on the wagon, ride up to the market tomorrow. But if it don't come, I could just walk down to the store. But anyway, oh yeah, we do, because we have to test out the we gotta test out the helmet I was showing you. But I had a phone on my head, so it's gonna be on the helmet. So looking forward to testing that out and hope get a nice crystal clear picture. Nice crystal clear picture. Stabilized. Nice stabilization. Like I say, Naya says good night, rest well. Rest well. All of y'all rest well. Thanks for watching. I will see y'all tomorrow. Naya says see you soon. I say see you later on. Y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Everybody, and we are out.